What's up, everyone? Hi, gamers. Hope you are all doing well today. Thank you as well to Oni for the resub. Tier 1 for 8 months now. New deck, new deck, new deck. Yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of deck building today. What's up to Phenomenal, Kari, and I see Toadette in chat, as well as Hexbots. Alright, so first things first, we do actually have a couple of new things to look at here, such as the proficiency test. Oh, we have a test to do. We actually have a test to do. So I actually got up to 10, like, last week. It was pretty recent, because I only did the ritual summons, like, a few weeks ago when I finally played Gishki Sprite for a little bit, just to get those, like, to get the proficiency out of the way. So I'm glad I got up to max when I did. Yeah, shoot, let's just go right into the to the test here. That's cute. I love that animation with Pearly. Alright, question number 1. Scareclaw Tryhard has attacked Kari Ninja Model 919 Quick, which is in face of defense position. What will happen regardless of the resolution of the effect of Quick? This card says attack target change its battle position, and then you say all face-up monster change to defense position. Remains in defense position, the damage check to... Oh my god, this is an actual, like, judge question. Holy shit. Changes to attack position, battle position changes back and forth in the sleeve. That's not true. Changes to attack position, the defense position, the damage check. I think this one, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it goes to attack mode, but then Tryhard's effect will just kick in. Which of these cards do not have an effect related to an elemental hero? That would be H Heat Heart. It gives you 500 attack and trample, I think. With 1,000 life points, you want to activate Sprite Starter. Oh, I've lived this before. In order to switch someone to Sprite Monster, if the only Sprite Monster is Sprite Carrot and Sprite Red, which of the following statements is true? Your life points become... You will lose the duel, your life points become 0. Again, we have lived this one before. How much attack will Curry Card Divine have? Yeah, Curry Card Divine Carnet have with 2 monster attribute. It's 45, right? Because it starts at 15 and gains 15 for each, I believe. Yep, okay. Question number 5. The opponent's face-up defense position, Superior Summer Raven Star is declared to extract 40 damage. Calculate Shrink. It just has the attack, right? Having its original attack. How much battle damage you receive? 4,000. Yeah, that's easy. Love when we burn ourselves. You control a Shadow of the 6 Samurai Shien with 2 Xyz materials and Legendary 6 Samurai Kaigeki. The effect of 6 Samurai Shien is applied. The attack of Kaigeki will be... We control the different aim gains 1,500, so 1,700. Oh, is this like original attack? So original attack will become 2,000, and then it'll gain 15, so it'll have 3,500 attack. Alright, question number 7. What is the name of this card? That's Cliff. I know that. That was an easy one. They've all not been too bad. What is the name of this card? Oh, no. Wait, hang on. I'm remembering, like, the order. Well, there's a 2 on it right there. Jesus, hello. The number is on the card. Okay. I was trying to remember the order that Numeron puts them in, and that's how I was going to get it. Woo! We got all 8. We're kind of smart, I guess. Alright. That was fun. I like the tests. What is the clear condition going to be, though? These can be scary sometimes. Inflict battle damage to your opponent 100,000. Okay, I don't think we're clearing that today. But that was a fun test. Okay. Got a perfect score, and I did this. They're getting pretty straight. Yeah, that was like... Some of those were like legit judge questions. Like the... particularly the Tryhard versus Quick. I could very easily see that being on a judge test. Fun fact, I did pass my level 1 judge test. I judged 1 regional, and I didn't want to judge anymore. Alright, accessories. We have some new accessories to look at. I want these sleeves. I want all these accessories, actually. That's only 13 games, though. It's 100,000, right? That's not 13 games. That's like well, that's 13 games if your opponent doesn't surrender, right? Before you actually do the damage. We'll get the icon too, because it's limited edition, and I'm a sucker for FOMO. I actually want the icon frame because it looks really, really good. Yep. Yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see how long that actually ends up taking us. All right, where's our new icon? Let's take it all for a spin here. Oh right, it was a sleeve. That was the other thing we got. Okay, so let's build the deck here. What's up, Blaze? Alright, what should we play? I kind of wanted to play, I had a couple of things in mind. Oh, you actually get to save each deck, that's kind of cool. Oh, but it overwrit, like, C's deck with TG anyway, okay. Actually, we can get rid of this too. I was kind of thinking Cash Zoo. I'm kind of in the mood for Cash Zoo. It's a really easy deck to play while talking to chat. There's Tier Elements. We could try that as well. We could do both, honestly. Those are pretty much the main two I was thinking of building today. What's up, Golden Turns? Playing Zoo right now. Zoo is great. I love Zoondiac. Also, yeah, I haven't played a Kashtira deck since Unicorn has gone to 2, so let's play Cash Zoo. We might actually play 2 Birth. Let's start with 2 in there. I don't know. It depends how much of a cash deck we end up being. Usually with Kashtira Zoondiac, I'll go, like, a pretty minimal Kashtira line, like maybe 1 Rice Heart and 1 Theosis, right? No, I said 1 Rice Heart. And then, like, maybe 1 of each of these. We'll start with that. But I can see a world where we go up to more. Okay. Gemini Elf beatdown. 2 Theosis seems fine. Yeah, we can potentially go up to 2nd Theosis. Let me put in the Zoondiac cards first and see where we're at for engine. Okay, so for Zoondiac stuff, we definitely want 1 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, 1, 3, 2, at least 1, at least 2, but I could see going 2 of those. Cool thing about this deck is that this is one of those decks that can play like half its deck being hand trapped, so we'll probably end up doing that. So, a Gate Guardian board with Armageddon Magician Souls left over makes you think of they're holding back Little Knight to keep rogue decks from... Well, they might not be holding back Little Knight for much longer. Also, Magician Souls and Gate Guardian, that's a good idea. Ooh, that's a great idea. I wish I would have thought of that, actually. Ooh, you got my gears turning. It's too bad I already covered that deck this season. Maybe next season. What's up, Alnick? Ram can be at 1 if you run out of space because of Barrage. Yeah, we can definitely get away with 1 Ram. I like having multiple copies, though. Let's... And then maybe, like, 2nd Theosis, like we were talking about. Although, you know what? Actually, I kind of want to play... a Desires in this deck. Well, actually, do I with Unicorn being at 2 now? Is that going to be the... what tips the scales for me? Yeah, we should play Desires in a deck where we have, like, a couple of 1-ofs anyway, right? Doesn't make much sense. So, one of the other big reasons to play this deck is this card. Dimension Shifter. Extrav, maybe? I'm not a big fan of Extrav. Prosp, we can do Prosp. I might do Prosp, we'll see. Definitely put in Zeus for sure. Yeah, I like... Well, we don't need to... Well, you know what? We'll do Mourners instead of Veilers because we're on Shifter and a Rise Heart. That sounds pretty good to me. We can do Imperms. We actually don't need to play Call By and Cross Out in this deck, which is pretty good, honestly. I'll play Donner in for now. Nib. Oh, yeah, of course. Almost didn't pay our Master Duel tax. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, I don't know. Veiler and Joel, obviously good cards, but they do need to go to the graveyard. Shifter Veiler, you can just do the funny Shifter Chain Veiler. That's actually pretty true. It's not another question. Yeah, I mean, I've played Veiler in decks like this before, but it's like, I've got the Ghost Mourners, I might as well use them. Oh, we still have 6 slots left. Oh, we can play Triple Tag. That's the other card I was trying to think of. Triple Tag. I'll throw in Prost for now, but I'm not, like, married to that in the builds, necessarily. Oh, yeah. Good call for the extra deck. Definitely with the F-Zeros. No, not that one. This one. If I had Mega Clops, I could throw it in. Otherwise, we could just do, like, Vespinato. Oh, that's apparently not how you spell it. There it is. What's up, Hidden Law? Trying out Machinex less Unchained later. Yeah, you can definitely get it without playing Deus Machinex. I mean, it's good, but if you don't have it, it's also definitely fine without it. I mean, we could also play more Engine. We don't have to play, like so many hand traps, right? Oh, Tenkies, like, we could think about playing Tenki. Just to, like, boost the consistency. So, tentative list for the moment. Let's look over this real quick. Is there anything that we're glaringly missing. I don't think there is. We could play a second Nibiru. Wouldn't be bad. Maybe instead of Prosp. What's our ratios looking like right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hand traps. As well as the 2 triple attack for a good going second card. So 17 total. That's not bad. I can see playing a second Nib, though. What do you think of Stellar Knight with the Armored Package? Art is really nice. Stellar Knight's definitely a very good deck. I can see the Armored Package working in that as well. I'm not familiar enough with the deck personally to know how well it would fit, but Stellar Knights are definitely a good deck. About 15 and 15 on starters and hand traps. Yeah, we like to see that for sure. Prosp kind of counts as both. How much do I want to... What am I going to banish with Prosp? Like, if I turn one open Prosp and I want to use it first, we could, like, definitely get rid of Donner, Vespinato, some out of the extra Zoondiacs, potentially. I mean, we don't have a problem banishing 3. I guess I'm trying to figure out how feasible banishing 6 is. I don't think I really ever... I don't think it's really good to banish 6 turn 1 with this deck. Donner, 2 to 3 Zoos, Vesp. Donner, yeah, Vesp, and then like 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the second Nibiru. Because the thing about this deck is that it actually gets into grind games like as kind of the default. I find you pretty often need the second line of Zoondiacs. I don't really like the idea of banishing them off of a turn 1 Prosp. I actually think I'm going to put in a second Nibiru instead. Because this is not like an OT. Like, I don't think this deck even really has a way to, like, one-turn kill, but it doesn't need to. It's definitely more of a control deck. This is, like, one of the... Because when a lot of people think of control decks, they think of, like, Lab or Sky Striker, like, decks that are really focused on setting a lot of back rows, but this is the kind of control deck where you don't necessarily have to do that kind of strategy. But we're definitely not, like, OTKing our opponents, right? Alright, let's, like, roll with this. We can always make changes as we go if we need to. We're definitely using the new sleeves. Where are they? Here it is. Oh, it looks so good. You know what? It's been a while since we've used a new board. If we're gonna use these sleeves, let's go for a nice aesthetic. Alright, and then I don't know why I always change the 3 main cards. But I think it matters. It matters to me anyway. Yeah, Cash Zoo. If we show up in Duel Live, we want to look cool, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to hop right into Master Rank, I think, here. Oh, let's make sure to change. Last time I played this deck, it did very well in ladder. I don't know if I've played it much since Snake Eye became super dominant. I haven't played it since Rescue Ace came out for sure, so... It'll be nice to... I need to change my name to player after this. It'll be nice to, if nothing else, see how it fares in the current meta. Decently anti-meta for Snake Eye, yeah, for sure. For sure. Cool. I mean, yeah, this is totally fine with me. This is exactly the kind of hand this deck wants to get. It's like, we have so many disruption tools, and we have a single Zoondiac monster. Let's put the type... I usually like to do one material and then the Trident for a turn 1 Zoondiac with nothing else. So, like, I'll do Tiger Mortar, because the second one of that tends to come up the least of them. Alright. I'm going to toggle off so I don't know I have Maxi necessarily. Yep, and Ram it resists Imperm as well. Yeah, that's the reason you want at least one other material, so that way you can detach this and then still be good. Reveal Ash Blossom. Okay, well, I was going to Maxi that, but since they revealed Ash Blossom, now I'm kind of thinking about just Ash Blossoming it instead. I could also let it go and just Ghost Warner, whatever is summoned. If it's Raisin, they might have a bounce in hand, though. So, ooh, this is a little tricky. I think I am going to Ash Blossom this. I don't think there's many other cards. I'm trying to think of another card I would want to Ash Blossom more, right? Yeah, they can probably dodge Mourner. That's what I was thinking, too. It would not be difficult. Drynet might be a little tricky to use for that same reason. Ooh, we're getting triple attacked. Are they going to hand rip us? Are they going to take control? We could actually Drynet and pop itself? Is that good enough? Do I care? Does VS play Zeus? Hang on. If Vanquish Soul plays Zeus, then I'm going to pop it, but I just don't know if this deck often plays that card. Let me actually look up some stats here. Or I don't know if there's any Vanquish Soul mains in chat. They can. They usually do. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pop this then. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Zeus is like... Oh, yeah, literally always. Okay, yeah. Number 2 extra deck after Rock. Yeah. Alright, so they have Ash and 3 unknown cards. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. Good. Alright, let's draw literally any Zoondiac or Kashtira monster. Ooh, maybe not that one. I did say literally. That was my fault for wording it poorly. Alright, we'll just pass back over to them. The game said, okay, here you go. I should have worded it better. Maybe we do need more Kashtira engine, by the way. Like, we don't have Ogre. We should probably have Ogre. We should think about that. Monkey's Paw Curls should have specified. Yeah, totally. Small World. Okay, hopefully they get rid of Ash Blossom here. That'd be nice. I didn't do a very good job of hiding my Maxi there, but okay, they're getting rid of Ash Blossom. Dorgan, and then Raisin, right? Yep. We should be playing Scareclaw Cash, actually. I don't know why this is in the deck. I probably well, I don't have a... maybe I should just play a second Theos instead of this. Well, that wouldn't have been that good of a draw either, though. Okay, just battling? That's fine. Would they add Heavy Borger? Okay. I'll wait on Maxi until they activate that, probably. I mean, they could go into Rock here, but if I activate Maxi, they'll just chain Borger and then not go into Rock, so... yeah, I'll just let them do this. It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have that good of a hand right now. They're gonna add. Okay, that's fine. I could have warned that, but... I could also Mourner the Raisin whenever it's summoned on my turn, and then that way they won't get the search or the pop effect. Not looking super great. I'll probably take the Scareclaw Cash out for just like another Zoondiac monster. Maybe like a third Thoroughblade? Something like that. We could put the Pros back in too, and just Pros for 3. I don't really like that though. I mean, this is also only one game, so you shouldn't really base it. But I will say, like, the Scareclaw Cash really should not be here. I will Ash Blossom this. I like 3 throw because we can tanky and barrage. Yeah, it makes sense. Third Blade is also really nice for if you have like the opposite problem, you just have like too many Zoondiac monsters in hand, which can happen sometimes. I've played builds with 3 Whiptail too. Whiptail is a really good card. It's like you don't necessarily mind having a lot of copies of that one either, but we'll max out on Thoroughblade before Whiptail. Oh yeah, they didn't tag out for Borger, did they? They want a hand rip here? Alright, if I chain Maxi, they'll definitely tag out. It feels like there's no difference between chaining this or not. I guess I'll do it then. Oh, well, I guess the difference is I take another one of my cards. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should just let them take Maxi. It is a bit of a lose-lose. Ugh, I'm just gonna concede here. This is not... No, we're done here. Alright, let's take the Scareclaw Kashtira out. Let's put in a third Thrower Blade, and I'll feel a lot better about this deck. Meow. Okay. Where's Scareclaw Cash? Here we go. Okay, so what is our Kashtira engine right now? It's 2 Unicorn, 1 Rise Heart. I think the 1 Rise Heart, 1 Theosis is still worth it. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Alright, let's run it back. Let us run it back. Also, 2,300 followers exactly right now. That's awesome. Woo! Hey, there's YGO Daylit. Oh yeah, you know what? We need to change our username too. What's up? GG's. Hopefully you weren't watching me while we actually played, but GG's all the same. Okay, our opponent's going first. I'm gonna toggle off and hide the shifter. But yeah, definitely the reason why, if you're streaming, you change your name to player, by the way. Okay, set 1. Yeah, okay. This is 100% one of the reasons why I don't shotgun shifter, by the way. Sometimes you just don't need it. But also, I think chaining shifter, much like Maxi, is often better when you do it like in response to an effect. Because that way you can like really get them. Plus, the cool thing about Zoondiac is like, a lot of our lines, we don't even like put cards in the graveyard. Like, right now, I'm just going to go Borbo into Zeus, and then I'm not even going to board wipe, and so we won't even put a card in the graveyard during our plays. Assuming we don't get, like, disrupted or something, but... Alright. Battle. Yes, please. Cool. Main phase 2. Alright, I don't like starting with the Hammer Con just because it's a 1-of. I like starting with the 2-ofs in case they have like a nib or something. Not that one. We'll do Chalk 9 first. They didn't need to with talent. That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, now I'll do Hammer Con before Trident because I definitely value the second Trident over the 1 Hammer Con. If we do get nibbed here, I mean, that kind of sucks, but we could change Shifter so that way they'll be banished. The face down will get banished and the banish will go through to their turn. We could also talent, so... Okay, I don't have it. Draw a card. Nope, we're not going to shift her yet. Flip summon Fiendish Rhino Warrior. There's no link one you can go into at that, so I'm not going to shift her yet. There we go, Sharvara effect. Now we're going to chain D-shifter. That's not Penguin Soldier. If there was Penguin Soldier, you know what? That would have been like a 5D chess level play right there. Alright, Unchained really actually, you know, their stuff doesn't have to go to the graveyard, right? It just has to get destroyed. You can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Ooh. That's not good, because it is going to pop our Zeus pretty much no matter what. Alright, we'll let it go for now. And she doesn't care about it except for Rhino and Sharv. Yeah, I was thinking about that, actually. Although it does kind of care for, like, follow-up effects of stuff like the Rage adding a card back, or, like, summoning from the graveyard with the trap card and stuff like that. It, like, kind of matters for some things. It doesn't matter what I detach here. Everything's getting banished anyway. Yama, yep. Yama matters, too. Yeah, Shavara not going to the graveyard, though, is already pretty huge. Yeah, we lose our Zeus, but I'm not particularly concerned here. Triple attack. Ooh, are they gonna draw two? They are gonna draw two. We're definitely gonna Ash that, of course. Alright. Cool. Let's go Zoondiac or Kashtira. That's a Zoondiac monster. We love to see it. Alright. Ooh, Ash Blossom. Well, we can draw two here. Been shifted by Unchained IRL recently. Hello, Rainbow Knight. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. Oh no, anyway, well, we actually did not draw a gas. I'll set this Theosis. It's a little bit of a bluff. But we do have... I mean, I guess the nice thing with this deck is if you don't have gas, you at least have like a million hand traps. So that's kind of nice. Okay, set one. This is probably one of the Unchained to Trap cards, so neither of them do anything here because they don't have anything in graveyard. Okay, there's a Zoondiac monster. Alright. We don't lose even to Tour Guide? Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it must be Imperm then. Because they did get priority passed over to them. And again, you don't really... Okay, what do I have in yard? Nothing, right? Everything got banished. Okay. Let's just build up a big Trident here. I'm trying to think if there's a reason... Well, I guess we could go into Vespanado instead, potentially. No, we just make Trident here, right? We just always make... Well, I don't know. Trident does destroy, and we kind of don't want to do that against a lot of their stuff. There is also an argument to have, like, a follow-up play for later if we get another Zoondiac. Yeah, I'm actually going to make Vespanado here. We also have a ton of hand traps, so we could, like, just have the body and just go for damage and just have these to back us up and not have to rely on a pop against a deck that wants to have their stuff popped. Yeah, this makes sense. Bug. Boog. Boog. I wonder if we should be playing 2 Birth. I guess one of the reasons I put in the second Birth was for long games like this, where you have a monster in play and then top deck a Kashtira, also using Birth as a disruption tool has some pretty valid applications as well. Alright, this should be lethal. And I mean, this is very often how your games with this deck go. Again, we're not like OTKing people. This is very much a control deck. Yep. It's a cool deck. I like Cash Zoo. It's very much like, again, it's very much its own thing because it's a control deck, but it doesn't feel like a lot of other control decks. All right, I'm gonna change my name to Player before I forget to do that. Whoop. Player. All right. And let's go back in. Updated this list for the new ban list. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure last time I played this deck, we still had 3 unicorns. So we are on 2 now. I didn't think it'd be that bad, but then you got found on the first game. Yeah, yeah. It's funny, because sometimes I do feel like I'm being a bit paranoid, but yeah, again, we literally got found on the first game. Well, I mean, I don't know, especially since the Challenger Cups. I could see, I guess, more people knowing who I am, potentially. Oh my god. We keep facing against people who, like, T-set and pass against us. I mean, that's also definitely helping here, right? Oh, god, that's funny. Okay, really would have liked to cash one. I don't know, maybe we do put in, like, an ogre or something? Max C. Okay. That's fine. I'm definitely going to give them 0 draws here. Because they've already told me, hey, my hand is shit. Actually, you know what? Let's play this first. There's a world where this is a spell, I battle over this, and having this on the board matters. That world does exist. It's O-Lion. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Alright. I'm putting this here for no reason at all, and passing to you. Zero cosmetics player, buddy, mate. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I am off my usual cosmetics for what it's worth, except for my mate. Maybe I should change my mate, but I usually play the Halloween board. Yep, see, this is exactly why I didn't give them even one draw off of that. If my opponent has, like, oh, hell yeah. Okay, this is the exact kind of scenario I wanted the second birth for exactly this situation, actually. But look at this. They're so desperate. Like, they are so clearly in need of anything, and I'm just not going to give it to them. I'm not giving them one single draw. I will add off of this. That's the second maxi. And I mean, we have we have the disruption here, so like, if they do something, plus we're gonna we're gonna extra deck rip them right now. Look at that, it's an Auroradon deck. Let's take their, I don't know, Auroradon maybe? Is there a reason to activate the second birth? No. Am I gonna do it? Yeah. They already lost to a lion. That's true. They might play two. Some of them play two. If it's a super dedicated adventure deck, they might play two. Bonfire for the Poplar. I'm gonna Ghost Mourner it. Also, I am not going to birth yet. Okay, is this an if? It is an if, so that means I can do this. Well, I guess even if I can't, I can imperm as well. Yeah, okay. Alright, what else do they have in here? Let's actually take a look for a second. I actually don't see access code, which is a pretty big relief. Okay. Like, I was just gonna snap take access code, but then I didn't see one in there, so I was like, oh, okay. I was probably gonna go for, like, Promethean Princess. Cool. I'll save that duel, but we should have some games where our opponent doesn't open, set a monster, and then pass over to us. Take the Karibo. We could. That's actually another pretty good option, is taking the Karibo. Hey, what's up, Oni? Metal Gear community ranting about Konami. Oh, Ushias, what's up? I recognize you from the... What? Did we just not get an opponent? That was weird. I recognize you from the Challenger Cup. What's up? Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. She is... I hope I'm saying your name right. Very, very skilled player from the Challenger Cup. I faced off... Did we play in Swiss, Top Cut, or both? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure we played in Swiss. I don't remember if we played in Top Cut as well. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, this is definitely a hand where I'm really glad I have 3 Thoroughblade, but... Alright, they have Maxi. I'll probably just go straight into Trident, give them 1 draw. I'm gonna lead with... I kinda wanna... I kinda wanna lead with Tanky. Let's see if they Ash it. Okay, they don't have Ash at all. So we'll add a... I'm going to add a Whiptail here. Yeah, that makes the most amount of sense. So then I can normal Thoroughblade. Yep, and then we'll discard Ram and do a little digging. See if we can get another hand trap. That's not a hand trap. Okay. That's fine. I'll make Trident and pass. What do you think about the Link Reba mate in the pass? I think it is kind of funny that they just banned it in TCG and they gave us the Link Reba mate. Could be the totally treatment. I guess we'll see. But I haven't gotten the mate itself yet, so as far as how good of a mate it is, I don't know. We shall find out at some point. It's going to be a big Trident, exactly. Oh, Whiptail is also really nice because you can bluff a lot of hand traps with it. Like, I kind of bluffed Max C there a little bit. And I think I'll bluff Nibiru a little bit here, too. I did miss my opportunity to Mourner, though, because I was talking. That's fine. You know what? We can mourner the... Wait, did they add Theosis? Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, so we can actually chain pop on the Theosis and they don't get the add, right? With a different attribute, yeah. I believe that's how this works. We'll have to give up some of our stats here, but... Okay, so there's the birth. You know what? Maybe... No. I was gonna say, maybe I should attach Whiptail now and detach it, but... No, the Banish Battle effect is definitely way better than having, like, 500 more attack points. Oh, they normal summon Fenrir. Oh, that's bad, because now we can't mourner it. Okay. Yeah, this is, like, literally the actual worst-case scenario. Yeah, they don't even... now they don't even need Theosis. They actually played very well into that Trident. Going for Era. That's fine. I could mourner that. Do I want to? I think I will, because I'm not going to pop it, right? Mages... You did call it. That was good. Mages... That was good. That's good. Could actually pop that Era now if I wanted to. Excuse me. Yeah, now they can't Arise Heart either because they can't activate Era's effect. Right? Because don't you have to activate... Well, I guess you just have to activate it. Actually, I don't know the word. Wait, it's in my extra deck. I can look. If an effect was successfully activated this turn. Successfully. So they can't go into Arise Heart, I don't think. Because they won't use Era's effect. Or does it just have to say... Oh, well, it doesn't say resolve. It says activate, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It doesn't say resolve. Okay, so does that mean I need to Trident pop Arise Heart now? Or do I could wait for them to summon Arise Heart. Oh, they banished the Big Bang. Yeah, I should have popped it. I didn't even think about that. I should have just popped it on the summon. So they wouldn't get to banish Big Bang. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part. It still counts even if negated. That makes sense. The wording of successful kind of threw me off for a moment there, but it does say activated and not resolved, so that would make sense. Okay, we have to Trident. Actually, no, yeah. Well, okay. So, oh, wait. I have an idea. It might even be a good one. Hang on, let me read this real quick. Discard battles an opponent's monster after damage calc. Okay. I think this will work. If I wait for them to attack. Okay, they're going to activate target. If I chain link... I don't know if this will work, actually. Chain link 1 Whiptail. Chain link 2 Trident. Let's do chain link... This is before damage calc. Right, but if the... Well, I guess... Script battles... But the condition is... So it banishes it after damage calc. But the condition is that it battles. You know what? Let's see here. I'm just trying to think if the order matters. If I go... Trident, then Whiptail. Whiptail will attack... Yeah, let's do it this way. They aren't battling yet, aren't they? Is that what the arrow means? Let's see. Let's find out. I'm going to pop this. And then I'm going to chain this. Because the way I'm reading it, I could be wrong. I could very easily be wrong. The way I'm reading it is that the condition is that they battle, and then it happens after damage calc. Let's see what happens here. Oh, but the attack is redeclared, and that's why it doesn't happen. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. I get it. That's right. Because, yeah, the attack gets redeclared. That's what I failed to consider. Okay. Makes sense. Oh, and I just bring it back, yeah. I mean, we could ram into a Zeus. Also, Lamster, I do see your replay. We'll definitely go ahead and take a look at that after this duel here. I had no idea Zoo had nuance like this. Honestly, almost every single deck has a very, like, nuanced play. They might not come up a lot, but, I think that's true of, like, almost every single deck, honestly. Like, what deck was I thinking about recently? Fluandereeze. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, Flu is such a brain-dead deck. And I think Flu is a lot like Sword Soul, where, like, yeah, it's, like, got the line that it does, right? And you can win a lot of times just doing the line, right? Like Robina into Empen, into Eaglin, into Empen, and then set the trap card, and then you're good. But there's also a lot of very, very nuanced plays that you do with Fluandereeze. Like, almost anything involving Toucan. There's very, very much a right and a wrong way to play Fluandereeze a lot of the time. Okay, yeah, I don't have to have material. This card just can attack directly. And I think that's, like, that's the other thing, too, is, to me, there's not a lot of reason, in my opinion, to write off a deck as, like, brain dead. Because, like, the way I see it is, you're either right, and the deck requires no thought to play, and it's like, okay, then it's whatever. But, again, a lot of the time that's not the case, and if you do write off a deck as brain dead, you're kind of ignoring a lot of the... Not even if you want to play the deck, but even if you're playing against it, it's important to know what lines the deck is capable of, right? And in that regard, like, acknowledging that a deck is capable of doing something more than its standard play is just going to help you play better against it. So, in my opinion, you gain no benefit from calling a deck, like, brain dead and just not thinking about it. Like, you should always consider, like, oh, maybe this deck is capable of doing something that I'm not ready for, or, like, thinking about, what if I, you know, set up another negate just in case or something, right? Should have used Shang as material since they're against Zoo. Yeah, I didn't expect to get this far with this line, but it looks like we are actually going to manage to wipe their board here. We don't need a Trident first. Sometimes it is actually right. If they only have one card, it's actually right to Trident pop before you Zeus, even if it sets you at an odd number of materials. Because you could potentially have a card on your field destroyed, and then, like, have another, like, even amount of materials again. It doesn't really matter what you detach here in the way of Exceeds. Well, I guess a Rise Hard's up, so I definitely shouldn't have detached Ram. Also, I will set Imperm, even though I have Zeus on the field. Because actually, just like that game with Unchained, there are situations where you want the monster negate and the board wipe if they threaten to remove your Zeus. Lance was desperate? Yeah, very much so. As soon as I saw them flip up Lance, I was like, okay, this Zeus is just going off. Summon Unicorn, eh? That's fine. This is actually another situation which Imperm is good even while you have Zeus face down, because sometimes Imperm will be enough to stop whatever they're doing, and then you don't have to commit the materials to Zeus, and you can just, like, run over the monster, and it saves you a board wipe. It's like, that's what I like to call level 1 thinking versus level 2 thinking, and I mean, it's something we all go through, right? Like, when I first started playing, oh yeah, we definitely just... yeah, we definitely just... I'm trying to think if we definitely just Zeus here. Like, what are they gonna summon? They already have Fenrir in the yard, right? Like, we could wait for them to summon first, and then get rid of the thing they're getting out to. If I send Ogre on summon, that doesn't punish me. Yeah, I'll just let this resolve first, and then I'll send whatever they summon. But, like, when I first started playing, you know, Trizu, like, when the game very first came out, I would not set Imperm with Zeus. Like, that's level 1 thinking. Like, oh, I don't want my Imperms to get wiped by my own Zeus when I do the board wipe. But then level 2 thinking is realizing, like, oh, the Imperm, yeah, there's various scenarios where it saves you a board wipe or it saves your Zeus. So even if you have the off chance of getting your... I almost surrendered this game, by the way. Even if you have the off chance of, like, getting your Imperm wiped, then whatever, it's fine because you hedged and there were a lot of situations where it could have been useful. Alright, let's watch the replay from Lampster here. I always click on the wrong menu. Alright. 936. I always feel like I'm typing in a phone number when I do this. 066. Lamester. Lamester. We're at the same rank buddies. What do we got? Only one saved. New icon frame looks great. It really does. Poor LeBron forgetting to make a rise art with 3 materials. Yeah, they went straight for that era. It kind of gave me the Duel when they did that, honestly. Ooh, we're on Pearly. Alright, let's see what we got here. We're going to start with the straight Pearly Street. This is a really good hand, actually. We opened the Field Spell and Delicious Memory. Holy crap. Alright, so we get the My Friend Pearly. Also, good call pitching the Pearly we opened with, the special one from deck. That's a play not a lot of people... Well, I don't know. That's a play a lot of people wouldn't make, I would say. Like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I have the one in hand. I can normal it. But by pitching it and specialing from deck, we guarantee that it is protected by the straight Pearly Street. Because this only target protects Pearlies that are special summoned. Move for the happiness here. We got the Pearly effect excavating. Very good kitty, as we found the Sleepy Memory there. I forgot what cat was from the hand. It's all good. Yeah, no, the regular Pearly is from the hand, and then Pearlily is from the graveyard. I mean, either way, we set up the Pearly Noir here, which will lead to the X Pearly Noir. We get to set up the Pearl Leap, and we have the field spell, so, like, we're good to go anyway. We're going to have an untargetable, unaffected X Pearly Noir on our opponent's turn, and draw 4 while we're at it, too, so it all works out? Yeah, exactly. Draw the Imp, draw 2 Imperms. This is one reason why I kind of like Valor, I think a little bit better in... Well, I mean, obviously, a lot of times you just play 3 of both. But if I'm, like, torn between maxing out on Valor or Imperm, I'll always max out on Valor first in this deck for this reason. This guy's mills are insane. Yeah, let's see what they end up doing here. So Fenrir for the tier cash, and then Primeval for the Rhino Heart. Okay. 2 pair. That's good. Alright, Havness, and we're going to X Pearly Noir in response. Putting back the Havness, because we can do that. A lot of people don't remember that, but X Pearly Noir can actually shuffle back from the yard, too. So, very relevant against Tier Lament. They're getting rid of our My Friend, but the protection on the field spell super mattered here, by the way, with the Happy Memory, saving it from being destroyed by a card effect. That's really cool. Alright, so they did manage to summon out this Rhino Heart, milling... Oh, they're on Mask Change, too. That's interesting. Oh, it's the White Woman jump scare time. Yep. Field spell is just broken. I super agree, honestly. Pearly's field spell is so good. Like, I only played 2 in my deck profile for the season, and, like, literally 3 games in, I was like, oh, you need to be maxing out on this. This field spell is, like, way too good. Especially with the Pearly Noir line, because if you open Sleepy Memory by itself, you end up with an X Pearly Noir that only has 4 materials. But if you have the field spell up, then it will have 5. It'll give you an extra draw, it'll target protect it, and it'll also turn on the activation, or the activated effect protection. Also, double Needlebug Nest from the opponent. 10 milling here. 10 mills, by the way. Okay, there's a transaction rollback. I see Destrudo, Solix, Snow, King the Swamp, Shiren, Shadal Beast. Yeah, this was pretty good mills from our opponent here. Although, to be fair, they did mill 10, 1-0 double digit, 10 cards. So that is pretty likely for them to get a lot of gas there. Adding the Havness, and then Shadal Beast will draw a card. Shiren's going to fuse. With the Havness that they added, that's actually not very good for them. I mean, they probably didn't have many other things to add off the Soliac, to be fair. Going for the Kick Close. Chainlink 1 Pearly, Chainlink 2 Kick Close. We're going to Pearl Rhino the other Pearly. Okay. But we can Happy Memory and then protect it. Yep. Oh, and here's their Mask Change 2, pitching their last card, Ash Blossom. That's a pretty interesting pitch. Although, to be fair, they do just go for the Dark Law here. I mean, really, all that, and they kind of... I mean, I guess they'll get to mill 5, right? Off the Kick Close, too, because it got sent to the yard. I think that's how that works. Oh, and we whiffed on the Pearly. No! Bad kitty! They have this F, and then, yep, they do get to get it twisted even more with the Kick Close F. Okay, so mill 5. I was going to say, there's not like too much more they can really mill at this point, though. I think the next most threatening thing they can mill at this rate is like Shizu Shufflers, right? Which I think I did see, yeah, the Keldo there, so. That's a little annoying for like Per Lily's effect, right? And they also have the Dragostapelia. That said, you know, I can see a world where we play through this. We have the ability to... Oh, that was a really good banish for... That was a really good banish for us. I was gonna say, I can see a world where we can, like, fairly easily... Zeus. Oh, the beauty... Hang on, is this target? That's an interesting... Oh, this targets, though. Yeah. This is a really, really good counter to White Woman Jump Scare right now. It's going to force out the Dragostapelia, but we also get to negate it with the Epperly Beauty, and now we can run over their Dark Law. We kind of just answered literally their whole board in, like, one fell swoop right here. Yeah, so here's the Keldo for the Per Lily. Like I said, that's going to be a little annoying there. That was all during draw phase. Yeah, that huge chain link was all during the draw phase as well. That was wild. Okay, Beauty send their... Oh, we're going to send their goddess and then eat their monster. Okay. But then they're going to snow and banish the monster we're going to eat with the pretty memory F. Oh, I see your game here. I see. So... The reason we ran our Beauty into it is to proc the condition of Zeus. Now you might be thinking, but Beauty is destroyed. Yes, but Zeus only mandates that an Xyz monster battled. You don't have to put Zeus on the Xyz monster that battled. That's good, that's good. This is a good line. It also, of course, gives us a lot of advantage with both the field spell and the My Friend. This was good. This is very good. Also, fun fact for those who, because some people might not know this, but when Zeus says, as long as an Xyz monster, oh, we're not even going to go for Zeus. We don't even need to here. Look at this. Better than Zeus. Oh, hell yeah. Why'd they only shuffle back one memory? I don't know. Oh, because, well, actually, what did they all shuffle back with the Keldo? It was, let's see here. They shuffle... Oh, yeah, they only shuffled back Delicious Memory. That's wild, yeah. Maybe they were low on time, and they only had time to really pick one. Because I think they Keldoed after they did, like, the Fairy Tale Snow and everything, so maybe it was a time issue. Yeah, no, much better than a Zeus here, where we're just going to casually end on a 7 material Noir instead. Also, that mill... Yeah, that mill during the end phase, why? You've already used, like, all of your effects there. Did they really... Hang on. What was that last play there? Let me see that. Why would you transaction rollback Needlebug Nest during the end phase when you've, like, already used all of your, like, fusers and everything? That was an interesting decision from the opponent. But, yeah, look at that. We won due to time limit. See, it was due to time. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I think our tier opponent overcooked their plays here. But not even that. They caused themselves to lose, because I think we definitely had this, even if they were playing a little bit better there. But GG's. Thank you for the replay, Lampster. Oh, but yeah, I was going to say, too, for those who might not know about Zeus, fun fact about that card, by the way. I just want to make sure I saved all these replays here. If your opponent controls an Xyz monster and you battle into it with a non-Xyz monster, you can still make a Zeus during your main phase too. Because again, Zeus only dictates that an Xyz monster battled. That's it. It doesn't have to be the one you put it on. It doesn't have to even be your Xyz monster. It's pretty wild. It's kind of cool. It's a lot of cute and fun things that you can end up doing with that. Alright. Ooh, now this is a hand. We got the Unicorn and the Rapier and the Ram. Holy shit. We're going off. Alright. Unicorn F. Let's get Theosis. One of my favorite parts of Zoocash is that you can just do a Kashtira line and then be like, by the way, normal summon a Zoondiac monster. It's kind of dirty. It's good. Did we put Raid Soft in this deck? I think it is. Actually, I should just open Untapped. I don't know why I don't have that open. Okay, there's the Veiler. Totally fine. As we get to extra deck and hand rep them. Alright. It's Lab, I think. It looks kind of like Lab. This looks like Lab. It looks like it doesn't super matter. This graph is kind of... Oh, because they have the Muddy Mud Dragon, I see. Is it like... Interesting they have a bunch of sprite stuff in here, too. This is a weird extra deck. I mean, I think it's still Lab, but, I mean, I'm just gonna take Zeus here. Okay, what's going on in your hand? Okay, it is Lab, yeah. So they have the Resonator stuff and Ariana. You can add a level 4 lower Fiend monster. Level 5 harder Dark is on the field, special summon. I think I'm going to put back Ariana here. And... yeah, we'll just put back Ariana here. What does Muddy do? Muddy lets you fusion summon. It's a pretty cool card, actually. So... here I can normal summon Rapier, and we'll go F and send a Ram. Because then we can do... yeah, okay, that makes sense. That was a very interesting extra deck from our opponent there. I wasn't really sure what to take with that Unicorn, actually. Alright, let me go to edit. So that way... yep, there we go. Alright, now untap should be good. Yeah, I kept untapped off a lot of the time recently because of the Challenger Cups, because that is cheating to have that tool active. Here we go. That's also one of the reasons why I live record my games as I play them, just in case, because, like, I don't know. I didn't think anybody was going to do it, but I could see somebody, you know, seeing that I'm an affiliate with Untapped and being like, hey, you're using their tool to cheat. And then, you know, with my live recording, I can be like, no. Another unicorn. Wow, lots of unicorns. I mean, it's a good card. Why is Untapped considered cheating? So the reason that Untapped is considered cheating is it's actually a pretty good reason for tournaments. Actually, I'm gonna... well, I shouldn't have, but I'm gonna imperm this, I guess. So you can look at replays, and Untapped will show you the deck list of your opponent, right? Or of the person you're viewing the replay for. So... yeah, you can go to, like, especially in, like, the top table room, you can go into the room replays and then basically see people's deck lists. Which is, I think, the main reason they don't allow it. Which is a fair reason, for sure. If you're just using it for your own, like, you know, looking at your own deck, that's obviously fine, but... being able to potentially utilize it to spy on your opponents is again, it's understandable why they do what they do. Okay, so it looks like it is a pretty dedicated Kashtira deck. I think I might Ash Blossom this. I'm gonna hedge and say they don't have Theosis in hand. If they do have Theosis in hand, they just want a bit more. This is completely fine. They could even take my Kashtira stuff. I don't care. Yeah, I knew they were going to go for a Rise Heart. That's 100% fine. I don't actually really care about making a Rise Heart at all in this deck. Ooh, Thrust is a little more scary, though. Let's see what they set. Holy Cash today. Yeah, really, though. Okay, so they set Imperm. That's fine. I'm actually not scared of that at all. We're good here. We just win. Because we have a Kashtira monster and a Zoondiac monster. Usually if you open, like, Unicorn and literally any Zoo monster, you're probably just good to go. I mean, they already know what I'm on, right? Like, this isn't going to be a surprise to them. I can actually normal some of the other Unicorn if this resolves, which it doesn't, which I'm fine with. Because we have the Whiptail. I'm just going to battle over their Fenrir. And whenever they go to activate Birth's effect, I think is when I'm going to end up using the... oh, I don't battle over Fenrir because they banish it, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. It might actually matter, because I think they're going to take Zeus here. There's no way you don't take Zeus here, right? Yeah, I was going to say. This is... Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is actually fine. Boom. Okay, anyway. Alright, do I have any Zoondiacs in here? No, the game just started. Alright, let's make Tiger Mortar first. Nice limit too. Yeah, really though. I'll make this a big Trident. And I think I will make Trident first. I don't think I'll use... Oh, actually, this is really interesting. Like... Yeah, okay, I think we make Trident pop and then battle with the Trident. I guess the thing that's interesting is, like, do I put Borbo under it? I think I do, since they banished Zeus already. I'm just gonna make a big Trident. Yeah, we'll do it that way. No, yeah, I said I was gonna put the Borbo under it. If I get nibbed here, I'm gonna be really sad. These have both activated their effects, right? Yeah. And this is... Oh, no, this isn't negated. This is a new unicorn. Oh, interesting. Triple Burst Dragon. And Synchros. Oh, this is Snake Eye. What the fuck? This isn't even... Wait, but it has Era... What the fuck is going on here? It has Era and a Rice Heart? This looks like a really weird Snake Eye Cash extra deck. Okay. If that's the case... I think I might still just take Zeus here. I don't, like, feel particularly threatened by, like, any of this other stuff if they have, like nothing in hand. I'm just gonna take Zeus. Yeah, and yeah, no Promethean Princess. If there was a Promethean Princess, I think I would have taken that. Because that was, like, kind of the other thing I was looking for. Alright, let's attach this before we battle so we get some more damage in. And then I'll just Trident the Birth when they activate it. That's my plan. I'm gonna wait for them to activate it, though. Because this card is at 2. Yeah, that was a very interesting extra deck. I didn't know what to make of that. I think the Era and the Arisar confused me more than anything else. Normal summon Poplar. I'm glad I get to see what they add before I decide what to rip with Unicorn. Adding Original Sin. I guess I should have figured. Okay. Let's see. There's no reason to take any of the Xyz monsters. I don't feel a reason to take any of the Synchros, honestly. Link Kribo, maybe. I guess Access Code is like the most threatening thing here. Link Kribo. Okay, so then they'll Original Sin for Poplar into Ash. But they haven't used this effect of Poplar yet. But then they'll just Ash and Poplar into... I think we do actually take Link Kribo here. I think you're right. Yeah, that makes their plays a lot more awkward. All right, let's see what they do. Sekai Ash, okay. Oh, but they still put the Poplar in the Spell Trap, and then they can add and summon Ash, the Poplar, and the Spell Trap for Oak. Oak bring back Ash. But they don't have Promethean Princess. So they'll have Oak, Ash... Wait. Poplar, Spell Trap. Wait, they added Oak? What? Huh? 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 Okay, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on anymore. I officially don't know what's going on anymore. Not the Dryden? Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter which one they put back here. I guess it, well, no, they want the... No, that makes sense. Wait, no, yeah, not the Dryden because of Whiptail, though. That's... I screwed myself up for a second. I was like, yeah, don't you want to... Don't you want to not have your... Yeah, don't you want to not have your Flamberge banished? Okay. I think I can understand them wanting my Unicorn more than the Dryden, but yeah, you have to, like, not get your Flamberge banished there. Okay, well, to be fair, I didn't draw much of a top deck, but... Let's see what they top deck. Oh, this game. Oh, yeah, they have the Oak, yep. Bringing back Poplar. I don't think I'm gonna Mourner this. Yeah, no, Mourner's only special summoned. I'm not gonna Mourner this. I'll Mourner something later. I was gonna say, if they add the field spell and then don't... Yeah, that's fine. I love Pearly. Hex, just want to say I love your competitive content. It single-handedly helped you become much better duels. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. I super appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Ooh, maybe I should have warned. What am I gonna Mourner here? Okay, they're sending the... They're sending another Flamberge. No, sending Snake Eye Ash. Okay. I don't... Have they normal summoned? Hang on. They have normal summoned already. So if I Mourner this, they're kind of like out of plays, right? Maybe? I'm gonna Mourner it. I'm gonna say fuck it. Why would you summon this and not another Flamberge? If they just go for Flamberge here, that's fine, right? That's just 3k. Yeah, I'm not gonna Mourner here. You're right. Yeah, I'm glad I thought about that for a few more seconds. That's so often the difference between whether I make a good or a bad play is, like, even if you think, I don't know, this is just me personally, but when I think I have the play locked in, if I'm really in focus mode, I'll still think for like 5 more seconds after that. Because that's enough time to come up with another reason to maybe not do the play, or maybe another reason why it is a good play, you know? Are they just clicking buttons? Reezer, I don't know if you saw our Unicorn extra deck rip, but they're on... It looks like Kashtira Snake Eye. They're playing a Rise Heart. I took your Zeus already. They're playing a Rise Heart and Era and not Promethean Princess. And they're also playing the Synchros. So I kind of don't know what's going on with their build. The Rise Heart and Era, again, that's the most confusing part to me. Who let them cook? Listen, cooking is fun, but not everyone's a chef. Yep, that sure is a downerd. You don't have a Zeus, though. Oh my god, I mean, to be fair, we're not really, like, drawing plays. What does our extra deck look like right now? We have another Zoondiac line, okay. They asked how, and they should have been asking why. Are you an M5 or... Because I'm an M3. I'm an M3, actually. The worst part is I'm going to lose to this. This is fine. They can have their... Subversion? Yeah, whatever. Ugh, I can't believe I'm about to lose to this. Oh yeah, you have to detach stuff after this battles. Oh, downard. Also, this having piercing is kind of like one of the reasons why I didn't set one of these. On top of also maybe needing them as hand traps. Alright, heart of the cards! That's plays. Cool, we'll take it. Watching Tenpai being annoying, I dread that deck at MD. I was watching people testing Tenpai last night, and maybe it was just bad hands, but it didn't do anything. like they won one game with it, but like a lot of the time it just seemed like the hands didn't end up doing a lot into like the opponent's turn 1 board. Okay, well they just win here, but I didn't need to click battle. I'll set this before I pass. Maybe they'll battle with Poplar first. Maybe they will battle with Poplar first. I don't know. I was going to say no way they would because Downward has Piercing, but maybe they won't read their own Downward. Nah, they have Jet Synchron too. Okay, yeah, we just lose. RIP! Downward has effects. It has Piercing, and it also has a maintenance effect after you battle with it. It's a win instantly or lose immediately deck. Yeah, I saw a lot of the lose immediately side of it last night. Meow. Alright. I might save that game. I might show that in the video. Maybe. Mobius. Do you think the ban list does anything to Snake Eye? Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't do as much as it could, and I think they should have also done more to Snake Eye, but in Best of One, you are absolutely going to notice the difference between having... I mean, it's not that much less starters, right? Of course, but you'll still notice the consistency drop. Consistency is not only one of the reasons why Snake Eye is as good as it is, but it's also, in my opinion, the most important factor to specifically a Best of One deck. Also, this hand is really, really good. So yeah, I think you will definitely notice. I think Snake Eye will still be a tier 1 deck, but you will absolutely notice the consistency loss, yes. Okay, so I already have Wrap here, which is usually what I would add here. So I think I'll probably just add one of my Thorough Blades. No, we had a Whiptail. Yeah, duh. Alright, Wrap here, F. Max C, okay. I will summon Dryden Pass. And we'll send the Ram still. I'll definitely activate Birth first. I absolutely want that up for their turn. I'll still summon the Dryden in defense mode, even though I have Whiptail in hand. Because I don't think the stat boost will make enough of a difference. Well, it definitely won't make enough of a difference. Yeah, we'll just pass here. Yeah, I heard somewhere that without a damage, like without a life point cap, Tenpai can do like, I think the exact figure is 37,600 points of damage with this combo line. If it goes like uninterrupted or something. Alright, we're absolutely gonna max C here. Rough. With Field Spell plus Quick Play, I think. Gotcha. Rough not only because our crossout, or our Maxi got crossed out, but this is a notably pretty poor matchup. As our main means of disruption right now is popping cards, and this is a deck that exclusively wants their cards to be popped. Literally every single one of them too. So that's not good for us. I don't need to Mourner this, right? No. Okay. Summon Sarama. Why are there more than 2 Unchained Twins? That doesn't make sense to me. Do I want to Mourner this one? This is the one that sets a card again. I don't think that really matters right now. I'm not going to Mourner it. Yama's an okay thing to pop. Yeah, actually, that is pretty true. Because it doesn't really have a good on-destruction effect. It can be twins. That's true. Are there 2 sets of twins? Is there like another twin that doesn't get played, really? Because it's pretty obvious that Aruha and Rakia are twins, right? Does Sarama have a card that like doesn't get played? That's just not good? That would make more sense. A twin, I guess. Does Sarama have a twin that doesn't get played? Field spell protection is very specific. I mean, they might have that field barrier. So, card you control destroyed, you can destroy one spell or trap card on the field. I don't really care if they do that, that's fine. Wish there was another okay twin name. Her twin decided not to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently. Oh, by birth, that makes sense. Altergeist link to UR. Do they have a link to UR? I know there's Adminia. Altergeist is... I actually have played Altergeist before. What do I think about Altergeist? It's a fine deck. If you like slow back row based control, their new stuff does let them do a little more combo-y things, but I think a lot of your games are still going to be pretty control-y. I think, for me, a lot of the reason why I stopped playing it is because, like, at the time, my main control decks were Altergeist and Sky Striker. I just thought Sky Striker was more fun, but it's definitely a good deck, if that's what you're asking. So I could Mourner and then Trident pop the Yama. It's so slow. It's a very... I have to emphasize, Altergeist is a slow deck. It's a very slow deck. Like, slower than Striker, slower than Lab. Probably slower than Lab. Excuse me. Called by the Grave. Yeah, that's fine. That sells it, it does, yeah. Yeah, again, between it and Striker as control decks, I ultimately picked Sky Striker instead. Which I don't regret. I think it's the more... I have more fun playing Sky Striker than I had to playing Altergeist. I'll do this now. I'll pop the Yama. Because this has, like, the graveyard banish... Yeah, banish effect, but it doesn't have a when this card is destroyed effect. Although, to be fair, even, I don't know, our opponent's already got 2 good... Like, I was gonna say, even if our opponent, like, ended their turn right here, I'd still be in a little bit of dire straits. It's a very good ban, by the way. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of my Trident. That's gonna have to be fine. I'll just save this Whiptail for follow-up plays. If I have follow-up plays, let's see what they do here. Pop off Unchained. Yama F and Sarama effect. Oh yeah. I mean, they already have 5k on the board. 2k, they just need 1,000 more attack points, so they could literally just enter battle phase. Some people overcook, though. You never know. But even if they did, we'd still have a hard time playing into their back rows and whatever else they make. Yeah, they're just gonna go to battle phase. I'll keep this game. This game was well played by our opponent. I hate slow decks. Have a need for speed. I feel that. As somebody who was playing TG yesterday, I think you know how I feel about that. But I guess to be fair, we are also currently playing a control deck right now, so... You know what? Maybe I'll shoot for a different game. Maybe we'll try to go for, like... Because, like, we're going to keep playing with the deck anyway. I might as well get a better replay. Oh, Pearly is so sad when you lose. It's okay, Pearly. There will be more games. We shall win. The perils of destroying they want to be. It's true. It's just like, this does not end up being a great matchup. It's a good hand. Alright, this might be a game where I have to lead with D-Shifter on my turn. If I want to barrage. I could additionally not barrage and just summon Whiptail. Or my opponent could just disconnect, apparently. No? Okay, we're good. So what if I didn't barrage, and I just went Whiptail into Dryden Pass and then Shifter into their turn? It doesn't really make that much of a difference because the Shifter would still be for their turn. I guess the main difference would be that I could potentially catch them, like, you know, trying to send cards to the graveyard and have them banished instead. So is that worth not using barrage? Is this a world where you play UDF control? That's the other, because that's the other thing. This is a world where you play UDF control. And we could do that on top of Shifter, which I think means we just Shifter on our turn right now. Alright. Oh, but you know what? We can't do that if we have our cards banished. That's fine. That's not a big of a deal. Because you need the Ram to go to the graveyard. It's a little bit awkward. This is the one confliction you do end up having, but with, you know, Shifter and banishing your stuff, but... It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, we don't wrap here. I could Thoroughblade and try to dig for another hand trap. I could also get Ram and give my Trident trap card protection. I think that I will dig. I'll dig. I think that's a little bit better here. Okay, triple tack. That's fine. Alright. Feel bad this turn when people would nib me like you want me to go whole Branded to the graveyard. Alright, main phase 3. Yeah, really though. Branded and their main phase 3. When it's only Thoroughblade, I'm never sure whether to put the Trident in attack mode or defense mode. I think I'll probably put it in attack mode. I shouldn't have used both of these, but I guess I will. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Throw down Birth, because there's no reason not to have it up. And we'll pass. Can't feel bad for playing Nib. Can't feel bad for people playing Nib. Dug your own grave with that card. It is pretty good in this format, though, you gotta admit. Nibiru is a pretty good card right now. Plus, it's generally nice to have a payoff with Maxi, right? Because, like, I've had so many games where... Oh, it's Valance. Oh, I haven't played against this deck in forever. Oh my god. Okay, should we just pop whatever they place? Well, let's see what they place. I imagine, yeah, it's gonna be... Yeah, I'm just gonna pop this card. I'll hedge. I don't know what the... I don't know what the choke point against this deck is, but... Oh, you know what? We have the Shifter up, so that's actually pretty good for us here. To banish that. Ugh, okay. Well, that's the thing. Does Valance play triple, or does Valance play Zeus? I wonder. I think they... I have no idea. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. Valance... does not play Zeus, typically. Okay, good. They can. They can. Looking at the Master Duel breakdown, it looks like, at the very least... less than 60% of them do. Which is actually still a pretty decent shot. Oh my god, they are going to make Zeus. They are making Zeus! No! Damn. Okay. Lucky us. Yeah, really, though. Hmm. There's like, oh my god. If I was playing Sprite, well, okay. Okay, I'm laughing because I'm like, what if I normal summon Maxi and try to bait them into using Zeus? But like, there's no way they would ever do that. But then I had this thought of like, if my opponent knew that I was on Sprite, I could normal summon Maxi, bait their Zeus, triple attack, take their Zeus, battle, and put my Zeus on top of it. But it's not like we live in that world. That's a funny thought I had. Set and go to battle phase. I could have done that, yeah. Yeah, really, though. Right on time, Maxi. Right on time. Actually, this Maxi will probably still end up being pretty useful. During main phase, you special summon this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. Alright, this is an... Yeah, that's an activated effect, so I'll wait for them to use it and then Maxi them. No, they're just going to... Okay, this is fine, too. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what ends up happening here. Already like that. We already have gas for next turn. Will a six-sided die excavate that many and grab a Valence? That's fine. Is it a Valence card or monster? Card. Okay. They win, I think. Yeah, I mean, we already are holding the nib and we've resolved Maxi. I kind of like where we're at right now. They've also summoned 2 times already. Is that not lethal? It's not actually, look at that. Oh, but this will be. Alright. Don't... Okay, you definitely want to... Yep. You definitely want to keep making plays, opponent. Do not just go to battle phase here. They're just going to go to battle phase. Oh? Okay. Get greedy, get greedy, get greedy. Keep going, you'll win. Yeah, make an Apo, you know? Make an like try to make an Appaloosa. Don't succeed, but try to. Keep going, keep going. Mm-hmm. Nah, okay, yeah. That sounds about right. Bummer. Yeah, it happens, though. It's all good. Yeah, according to Master Duel meta, Zeus isn't even on the deck breakdown for the extra deck stuff. But then again, the bottom one still says 60%, so... Again, still very good odds that they were on it. Meow. It reminds me of a very specific meme from back in COVID. Because, like, I remember, like, you know, during, like, summer 2020, there were all the news reports of, like, you know, the average American has, like, what, like, a point, or whatever, like, you know, a very, very, like, a single-digit percentile chance of, like, having serious afflictions from COVID. They were saying that on the news, and there was this meme going around of, like, regular people hearing that, and it's people, like, sighing of relief, and it's, like, gacha players hearing that, and they're, like, sweating. Because, like, you play enough of these games, and you know something like a 2.5%. That doesn't sound like a lot, but that comes up a lot, actually, when you roll the dice enough. Okay, so let's see here. We have Zoondiacs, we have Kashtiras. This hand is looking very, very good. I'm going to lead with the Fenrir here and activate. Actually, we have both Rise Heart and Theosis here. This is very interesting. Alright, what order do I want to do this in? Yeah, let's definitely Birth and then activate normal summon and... But I want to normal summon a Ram Ram. Okay, never mind. This made our plays a lot easier. Seeing people not worrying are the ones prepping for a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, really though. We use so much cash engine we could we could hard make a Rise Heart and give them only 2 draws doing it. Is that better than Fenrir plus Unicorn? I kind of don't think it is. Let me think about this for a second. I kind of think Fenrir plus Unicorn is better than a 3-mana Rise Heart. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm going to end phase. I don't think it is. I can see a world where it's not. I don't know. I don't value this card super highly. This is answered by so many things. To be fair, it would have stopped like wanted stuff. Like, as in, they wouldn't even be able to like send for cost. But I don't know. I guess my whole thing with the Rise, the thing with the Rise Heart is like I just see a world where they just like imperm and they just do their line anyway, right? But we don't necessarily live in that world. The Unfenrir, Unicorn, and Rise replay into Nib. Yeah, I don't want to give them draws, ideally, into Maxi. Also, I'm going to hold off on the birth here. Stop Snake Eye insanely well, save for the one-off spell not everyone runs. I will say, like, I think everyone who... I don't know, I feel bad saying stuff like this because, like... Well, what I want to say is, like, everyone who's good is playing Subversion. But then, like, I don't know. I don't want to say that and have somebody who happens to not be playing it feel bad. Because I don't think that if you're not on Subversion, you're a bad player. You know what I mean? It's like... I really care about verbiage about that kind of a thing. Some people don't. A lot of people don't. But I do. So what is the right thing to say there? Also, Jesus. Let's Unicorn, but not Fenrir yet. I think most skilled players are on Subversion. Most optimal decks are playing it. Yes, that's a very good way of saying it. Oh. Oh. It's Rescue Ace. Oh, it's Rescue Ace. Okay. That's a development. Yeah. Okay, wait, they might just do... Yeah, I'm just gonna take a Roarodon here. Like, I could hedge and take Link Kribo or Promethean Princess. I see a replay from Alnick. We'll go ahead and watch that after this duel here. Funny Godic. Oh, hell yeah. Or Godi. Godic. Godic. I challenge you, so it's surprising to come up with that first. Yeah, you know, yeah, exactly. Like, well, the thing about mastering, too, is, like, you know, you might see somebody not playing necessarily optimally in Master and be like, lol, how did this person get into Master? But it's entirely possible they got up to Master with a different deck they were more familiar with, and then, you know, they were on... I think I'm actually going to use the Birth right now. And then they switch over to the deck, you know? You never know when you're playing against somebody where it's their first time using a deck, right? I think about that when I see people doing really, really weird or, like, not great plays. I'm like, you know, yeah, I could laugh and call this person bad at the game, but they could just as easily be just new to this deck. And it's like, I don't know. Also, I don't want to be an asshole and just make fun of people for no reason, you know? Have you considered using Mecha Phantom Xyz in your cache? Oh, the Draco Sack? I've thought about it, yeah. It's not bad. That's the most likely thing. Yeah, in Master especially, when I see somebody playing poorly with a meta deck, I don't go like, lol, how did they get there? I'm more like, oh, they must be new to playing this particular deck. Quirked up white cards. That's good. Okay, they're setting their 4. I'm surprised this. Oh, this main phase 2, right? They already battled. I was gonna say I'm surprised they sent this in defense mode, but. I think I'll refill my water super quick before we watch your replay, like after this game. I'll go get up for like 30 seconds, grab another drink, and then we'll come back, watch Alnic's replay, hang out for a little while longer. Plus I can link now. Yee. Just play things that nobody in the world could have ever possibly seen anymore, and they can't possibly think you're a bad player. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that because, like, again, I was watching people test TCG last night, like Tenpai versus Memento, and like Memento was just doing all these like crazy things, and I didn't know what any of the cards did, and I was like, I was just kind of like, because it was dueling book too, so it's like, you know, it's a manual sim, not an auto sim. So I was like, this deck just seems broken. Like, I don't know if it's like something really conditional happening, but like, I feel like the person playing Memento right now could just summon 5 from the deck. I'd be like, damn, this must be a really good deck. It's like, I don't know, fucking, okay, cool. This Amazon that made it to Masters, there's no way they're... Yeah, definitely. When you see somebody getting high rank with a deck like that, you know they're like, you know they know the deck, and you know they know what's up. Does the replay redemption have a cooldown, or can anyone redeem it whenever? You can redeem a replay redemption now. I'm actually thinking about implementing... Well, I think the way I might do it in the future is, like... I might have a designated replay time towards the end of the stream, so, like... But at the same time, I know if somebody submits a replay, they probably want me to watch it while they're still in chat, so... If you have a replay and you have the points, you can submit one now, and we'll watch it after Alnic's. Honestly, the best time to submit a replay is for me anyway, I guess, is after somebody has already submitted one. That way we can like watch a couple in a row instead of doing like one and then playing and then another one and then playing or whatever. I mean, I'm not super caring that much about it though. They have no idea. Exactly. Yeah, mental player is like, yeah, so I play this quick play spell, and because I have the 5k dude out, I summon 5 from my deck, and then you deal 8,000 to you, and I'm just like, damn, this is a good deck. Maxi! Oh, as if I didn't have enough to deal with already. Okay. Shifter Pog, yeah. Yeah, really though. I mean we can use it now. We can actually activate it now. That's kind of funny. Is Shifter even good here? Actually, I think it is, isn't it? I mean, yeah, they already have the princess in the yard. I mean, the turn 3 Shifter. So, could normal Ram go for... Oh my god. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Let me start... No, I already have all my Kashtira spells, so I don't even need to start by flipping this up and trying to add something. Although I could do that. I could just start by flipping this up and see if they just... Yeah, why not? It's our Fenrir. Reasons to Shifter. Banishes their stuff, makes it harder to have follow-up plays. They don't get to recycle potentially with the field spell if it goes into a long game. Reasons to not Shifter? Not that many. Okay, if any at all. So we'll Shifter now. Hello, Kibbins. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's another reason to Shifter. Is for Valor and Joel and that kind of thing. That's a good practice, I think, if you're having trouble deciding whether to make or play. I like to pro and con it out in my head, right? Like, what are the reasons to make this play? What are the benefits of doing it? What are the benefits of not doing it? What are the drawbacks of doing the play? What are the drawbacks of not doing it? and then just trying to determine it out from there, right? Okay. Oh, they Fenbird our birth? What? That's completely fine. They do still have both of the Rescue Ace trap cards down, but we have Ram. So I'm gonna try something real quick. You don't need to use anything against this Ram. Just pass priority back to me. Damn it. Okay. One can only hope. There's a world where they just pass priority back to us, and then we can just Zeus their board. It would have been very easy for that to happen. You know what? We actually still have a fair amount of plays here. Oh, we're under Maxi. I legit forgot about that. That makes me a lot less confident going into this turn. That makes me much less confident. Okay. I don't like this. So they still have their last one is the negate that also says I can't use it as a material because they have Hydra on the field. Did I already use... No, I didn't use this yet, did I? They should have waited for me to change this to level 7. That was actually kind of a misplay on their part. Oh, but I only have one Kashtira card. Actually, flip this now. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I have to Theosis now. And then I don't get to use Rice-Art's effect because I'll be out of Kashtira cards in my deck. Like, I won't have one single one. Maybe I should play, like, one Ogre. Ogre prep. Okay, they have Princess, too. Yeah, we just lose. Damn, that was scary. The Rescue Ace is a scary deck sometimes. Meow. It's okay, Pearly. We'll win the next one. Alright, let's watch Alnic's replay. Oh, I have Alnic. Right here. Yep. Beep. And... Tearlaments... Oh, this one. Okay, yep. I saw the 177013 and I was like, is that like a code? What? And I'm like, oh no, it's their username. It's good. Oh yeah, I need to get more water after this. Ooh. Yeah, so we're on Goaty. A bunch of cool stuff happening here. And all synchros, because we're in the Duel Triangle event. Love to see a good synchro deck. So Lifeless Sea Fish gonna send the Sheaf. Sheaf banishing itself, setting the Goaty Cosmos. Opponent's going to Ash Blossom the Abyss Shark, but we already have some stuff set up here, so I think we should be good. Okay, passing it back over to them. Not those numbers. Alright, we get both of our tuners. Oh, hopefully that's not like a dog whistle number for something really bad. Okay, anyway, Primeval for the Shiren. Shiren pitching the El Shadal, so they're on tier Shadal, looks like. A lot of tier variants from the Fusion side. I think just about every Fusion deck I encountered in the event was like tier branded or tier Shadal or something like that. It's either a tier and or branded variant, which, again, makes sense if you're gonna bring a Fusion deck. Those are two of the best Fusion decks. Alright, going for the Arianups, and they get to summon Zekitkulos. Didn't hit tier at all. Same with Pearly. They literally did not hit Pearly at all, like even a little bit. Deployment just gets Rhino. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. I have a place in a Fusion Armament I haven't done anything with yet. Is there a cool deck that can play that card? You could summon Kiklos in tier, but I don't know if that's actually good or not. Because Armament summons from the extra deck or graveyard, I believe. It's like, I think Armament is literally the same thing as Deployment. It's just extra deck or graveyard instead of like main deck. Flame Swordsman? It is on the art, isn't it? You can pop her for mills. And then you can put her back when you send a fuser. That's true. Like, a lot of the drawback of pulling a... Oh, so we have the synopsis. I always want to call it synopsis, but that's not what it is. Bringing back the Oscan. They're going to triple attack us. Ugh. Oh, it's a draw 2. That's fine. That's always my reaction when they draw 2 off triple attack. I'm always like, oh no, triple attack. Oh, draw 2? Whatever. Fuck it. Oh yeah, Vise's battle effect actually happening for once. Secret F, Secret F. Yeah, you pop her for mills, and yeah. So the thing about cheating monsters out of the extra deck is that a lot of the time you can't summon them back from the graveyard because they're not properly summoned. But with Kikalos, that actually doesn't really matter because you just shuffle her back for a fusion anyway. So it doesn't even, again, it doesn't really matter if you didn't summon her properly for that deck. So I guess Kikalos is probably one of the best case uses of Armament, but I haven't been seeing anybody do it. But maybe that could just be because Armament is a UR that nobody's like really trying to pull for. Who knows? Pot of Greed can get unhit? Whoa! Whoa, where did that come from? Alright, here is the Baron de Fleur. Not worth it in regular tier right now. That makes sense, yeah. And the Dragite as well, we do of course have Waters in the yard, so that'll be a Spell Trap Negate on top of our Omni Negate already. Pot of Greed can return. I mean, it could, but I don't know. That is a case where I can kind of get behind the idea of don't bring it back even at 1 because it'll be sacky. Just because, like, I don't know, I can see worlds where you top deck Pot of Greed and then just draw 2 and then just win. That's funny because I was just saying yesterday, I don't understand the argument of don't limit the card because then it'll just be more sacky, but that is one case where I can see it. But on the other hand, the alternative Pot of Greed is, you know, being banned instead of limited, and it could, but it shouldn't. I actually, I've been kind of thinking about doing another video where, or slash stream, because we did this both a stream and a video before, where we just went through the Master Duel ban list and we're like, could this card realistically come back? And it's a lot more stuff than I considered. I think Trap Dust Shoot was one of the big ones, because I'm just so used to that card being broken for so long, but it's like, the card's actually totally fine to come back, I think. Okay, summing out the Abyss Shark, grabbing the Lifeless Leaf Fish, setting Imperm, passing back over to them. They do have the Kaleido Heart up, but it's not necessarily like the most scary thing in the world. Okay, they're going to try to use the, what's it called? Heartbeat. We'll just chain the Imperm, excuse me, get the column up, and then, of course, we are going to get back our Tuner during their standby phase. Both of them, in fact. So we can potentially make the 10. I don't know Goatee well enough to know if it's actually good here or not. The level 10 Synchro that banishes everything. I was going to say, I think the Oscan, yeah, banishes a card in the opponent's field, so that's already pretty good. Area Nop's going to banish itself, add the Lifeless Leaf Fish. And then we can get back the Oscan. Vice is continuing to accrue stats little by little here. Okay, here's our synopsis. I'm just going to call it synopsis. What is it actually called? Snopius. Okay. Snopius. I'm not going to remember that. Oh, making another 10. This time it's Shegging. I keep waiting for the Goatee of the Deep Beyond. That big fish. But to be fair, this is best made on your opponent's turn to, like, banish all their stuff, right? Making... Is that another Dragite? Is that... Hold on. Is that a second Dragite? Or did ours... No, it got bounced, right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. Although in the Synchro event, I could see it. Yeah, Shegging is just gonna get rid of the Visus, and then we just have a clear line to victory. Swinging in for the lethal. Ah, Visus tried to be the main character there. battling over all those monsters, but was not enough to stand up to the space fish. Thank you for the replay submission, Elnick. Super appreciated, as always, ever. Let me go grab a refresher for my drink. I will be not but a moment. Alright, I have returned. How come we can't watch VODs of recent streams? You should be able to. I actually just published the VOD right before I started. Maybe you can't watch while I'm streaming. Maybe that's the thing. I do, however, have... Let me go ahead and link you to... I have a VOD YouTube channel as well. So, I actually have a couple of streams I still need to put up on there. Our most recent pack opening streams. But... if you ever want to check out my VODs, feel free to do so at this link here. Let me make sure that link works. It does. Yep, that'll take you directly to my VOD channel. So, and then, yeah, I do publish, maybe, I don't know exactly how Twitch works in this regard, but maybe it's because I'm currently streaming, you can't watch the VODs, but I did publish the most recent one, and... Oh no, are we really about to rank down? Damn, let's not do that. And then yeah, I'll publish this one as soon as the stream is over as well. No chair stream, no, you just get to see me like staring blankly into space. I guess blinking occasionally. Alright, we have a Zoondiac, we have a Unicorn, this is a fantastic hand. This is a great hand actually, because we have Barrage too. Alright. Let's hope they don't have a max seed. It did get... It looked like they might have gotten past priority for a moment, but maybe... Sometimes that means they have max seed. Sometimes it just, like, is the game doing that, but... Alright, let's get Theosis. I did already answer your question as well. Again, maybe it's because I'm live. If that's the case, you're gonna have to take it up with YouTube. That is not something, or with Twitch rather. That's not something I control. Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's just go for. I'm trying to think. So, yeah. No, let's just go for the regular line here. I'm trying to think of what to banish. We just banished one of the births, right? But also I'm trying to think, because I need to do graveyard stuff before I make a Rise Heart in order to make a UDF. Well, do I even want to make UDF? I guess I might as well, right? Okay, so we summon Rat Pierre, and then send the Ram Ram. Oh, wait, what? We don't send the Ram Ram? Oh, when this card is normal summoned. Ah, I'm a fool! It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just make a Trident on top of our Kashtira stuff. Yeah, Rat Pierre is not that broken, I guess. I wonder if I hedge and block the Pentascale. Nah, I'll block the main deck zone. Or the main monster zone, rather. I actually haven't summoned a Rise Heart in a hot minute. Not without two rats. Oh, that's right. That's how you barrage into rat back in the day. You had to have the two. Duh. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to think, because I didn't play in Zoondiac format, but I was like, I thought there was a way you could do that. But yeah, you have to have, Rap Hero has to be at 2, so that makes sense. I should have done Chalk Knight, I should have done Tiger Mortar, but it's not that big of a deal. I can do both. I'll do both. I'll hedge. I think with Era or Rise Heart up, we're not as likely to go into so grindy of a game where the second Zoo line will matter super a lot. Super a lot. Words brain. Yeah, this is fine. Like, yeah, obviously I should have made it with Ram, but we thought the Rap Hero worked differently than it did. That's okay. We still have a good setup. I think we might need more Kashtira monsters for, like, if we just resolve Era, though, right? Like, the minimal cash package is, well, it's very minimal. I could see you taking out possibly the third Thoroughblade and putting in, like, Ogre, possibly? But then we would need prep. We already went over that, didn't we? Never experienced the height of 3 Rap Hero plus board bowl again. That's fine. That's okay. We don't need to. It's fine. It's like, there are some experiences, you know, that are just better off. You don't have to experience it. You can just hear about it. I think back to when I was in high school, and Twilight was really popular, right? And I, like a lot of people at the time, were just kind of dunking on Twilight. But then I had this moment of like, you know, I haven't read the book. Is it really fair of me to make fun of it if I haven't given it a fair shot? So I decided to read it, and I got about a third of the way through it, and I'm like, you know, I'm good, actually. I'm good, thanks. I'll just keep making fun of it. So yeah, I mean, that can happen sometimes. I had this really profound moment. It's not really profound, but I had this like moment of realization when I was reading Twilight, where I was like, I got about a third of the way through the book, and I was like, I don't care. I was like, I realized like, I don't care about like this character arc. I don't care how this chapter ends. And then I had this moment of like, oh, I don't even care how this page ends. I just kind of like set the book down, and I was like, it was very relieving. I was like, oh, I can just put this away and be done with it if I want to. Which, not to knock Twilight, I mean, that's such like a 2008 opinion to have, right? Like, you can enjoy Twilight. I don't have anything against that. I just particularly did not enjoy it myself. Watched all the movies once, story was okay, the acting was the worst. I've never seen any of them. I'm trying to think if I've seen even a part of one of the movies on, like, TV or something. Is this monsters you control? Hand or field? Oh yeah, I'm gonna chain this then. This might cause them to, like, miss... There's, like, an anime term for this, isn't it? Where you, like, interrupt it. Maybe there isn't, I don't know. I was gonna say mispolymerization. No, that's a trap card, never mind. Mispolymerization. Twilight movies, we're talking about Twilight movies. I don't think I've seen even a part of one, like, on TV or something. Like, cause, yeah, you know how it'll be sometimes when you're channel surfing and, like, you stop on a movie and you just, like, watch a little bit of it before you keep going. I don't think I've even done that before. So, I actually really like disrupting fusions like this, where you can destroy or remove one of the material monsters before the spell resolves, because that doesn't necessarily negate the spell. So now what they have to do is either fuse with stuff in their hand they might not necessarily have wanted to, or just not get to fuse at all. It looks like right now, they might end up having to go for Guardian. Well, they can't Guardian Chimera, right? Because they don't have anything on the field. Yeah, see, they had to banish Big Baphomet and another Mirror Sword Knight from hand to make this one. I don't know if they were going to try to make this one in the first place, but... This is the kind of extra deck where, like... I'll just take the Dragostapelia here, I think. Well, I could take the Mud Dragon. Although, to be fair, this deck doesn't really get Super Poly'd that way anyway. I'll take Dragostapelia. Well, this deck is hard to Super Poly because of all the different types and attributes. Mostly attributes. If I were them, I would have gone for... I don't think they could have gone for Guardian Chimera, though. Because they didn't have a monster on the field to fuse with, right? I'll attach my stuff. I'll attach my stuff. I forgot we were on the same chain link as Arise Heart. The first Arise Heart effect. And then let's definitely keep zone blocking. They can make a Guardian Chimera now. Looks like they're going to as well. But they don't have Poly in the graveyard, so that's fine. Because my face down is in fact Imperm. Yep. Yeah, I'll just keep taking my stuff back. Alright, there's that effect. Guardian Chimera. I'll just do Imperm. What's up, Examine? Yep. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, so I'll keep that as my other duel. Actually, for my video, I'm going to use this as my first game, I think, because usually when I do a deck profile, I like the first duel to be like, hey, here's an example of what a typical turn 1 combo looks like. And then the other follow-up games, I'm like, here's some more nuanced stuff, you know? Just making things digestible. I don't know, when it comes to like deck profiles and YouTube videos, the way that I make them is just the way that I would want to watch. I think that's the best way. I think almost no matter what kind of YouTube video you make, like even if it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh related, you're gonna do your best work if you make what you want to see more of. That's actually more of like an art thing too, right? Like let's see, so it's probably gonna be branded here. We have Barrage and Tenki and Shifter. That's interesting. Okay. So I could Tenki for Rap here and do UDF, but I would not be able to Shifter as well. Those lines conflict with one another. If we're up against Branded, I think the Shifter is probably going to be a little more important than the UDF. But Shifter doesn't stop Branded the way it stops a lot of other decks. Let's just start by activating Tenki. Let's see if that gets ashed. Okay, it didn't. Is this discard a Zoondiac card? It is a Zoondiac card. So I think I might just add Thoroughblade, activate Shifter, summon Thoroughblade, pitch Barrage. That sounds good. I'm gonna do it that way. Yeah, we'll do this now. Raymer and Pass, we could have done that. But I want to dig for another hand trap. Oh, okay, well not that one, but it's all good. Alright, let's just do it like this. Shifter can be pretty hard for Brandon. I mean, it definitely will be a detriment to them, for sure. I'll just do the Trident. But, it's not like, you know... It's not like Snake Eye, where Snake Eye, like... I guess Snake Eye doesn't always, like, do nothing against Shifter. It's not like a graveyard-based deck that has literally, like, Tier, right? Like, Tier has, like, no plays at all into a Shifter, like, whatsoever. Branded can do a lot of things under Shifter, for sure. So it's a little more intimidating. When your Shifter isn't just an auto-win button. Meow. Meow. I love this mate. I love this mate. I love this mate. Meow. Fusion deployment. I'm gonna Trident pop the Albaz when he gets summoned. I'll save the Imperm for something else. again, disrupting fusion summons by getting rid of one of the materials. Because Albaz needs to fuse... It needs to be on the field. Because it says... Hang on. Because it says... Using monsters on either field as fusion material, including this card. So... Alright. Thrust. Okay, that's fair, I suppose. They'll get the branded fusion... They'll probably go for Lubellion. We'll impermit, and we'll just have to hope they don't have another extender after that. That sounds good. Oh yeah, Max. Oh, they got triple tack. Oh, interesting. Are they gonna draw two? What the fuck? Do they already have Brain Diffusion? That's the only world in which I see you thrust draw two. Thrust for talent to draw two instead of adding Branded Fusion. If they don't play Branded Fusion, I have no idea what that was all about. Yeah, Maximus too. They discarded Dogmatica Maximus. It's interesting. I feel like if you had Brain Diffusion, we just... Oh, we had Alibur, okay. Oh, okay, well, we had Alibur. Normally, I wouldn't imperm here, but the fact that they thought for so long... I don't know. Because here's the thing, if they have Branded Fusion, I let this resolve, they add Branded Loss, and then I can't imperm the Lubellion anyway, so I think this is correct, pretty much no matter what. Yeah, like I said, they just add Branded Lost. If they already have Branded Fusion here, they add Lost, and then Branded Fusion, and then, because they have Lost up, I can't imperm in response to Lubellion, because that is an effect that fuses. And you can't activate card effects in response to effects that fuse. So... That talent, that thrust for talent for draw 2 was like the greediest thing I've ever seen in my life, though. Oh my god. Do you know how screwed they would have been? We would have been. Do you know how screwed we would have been if they would have added Brand Diffusion? I mean, we are still screwed here because we didn't top deck anything, but... let's activate this Birth. I think you would Alibur then Thrust. That would also have been a good alternative. They took the greediest path possible there. The greediest path possible, and unfortunately for us, they're actually not getting punished for it. Ugh, you hate to see it. You hate to see them never getting punished. We don't Mourner because this is a quick effect and they can just respond to it. Oh my god, we're just dead here. I can shift her again. Sure, why not? Shifter, I hardly know her, but that's not lethal! I live! God, if there's a god in this world, I'm gonna rip a Zoondiac monster and Zeus and punish the shit out of this person. No, Mortar does not have to go to... That's why we're playing Mortars, because you just discard it. We're playing Mourner over Valor for that reason. Oh, they have Super Poly, so they just never got punished, okay. Never mind, never punished. This is one of the times where I would love to be able to see what the top card of my deck is. Because if the top card of my deck is a Zoondiac monster, oh my god, it would have been so over for them. Yeah, I'll Mortar this, why not? Never punished! Never punished, never punished. Ah, well, it happens. It's not that big of a deal. No, I need to go to r/Master Duel and complain about how Super Poly is the most... You know, some people ask me, like, Hex, why do you look at r/Master Duel? Because I'll still, like, I just tweeted, like, a post I saw from there yesterday. My answer to that question is, oh, blank username, wow. Have you ever watched a TV show? Not everyone has, because I think it takes a certain personality type that I have, but Have you ever seen a TV show and been like, this is the stupidest, dumbest bullshit I've ever seen. I have to watch the next episode to see how much of a train wreck this ends up being. That's how I feel about r/Master Duel. Alright, let's go Tenki. I've done it with movies, so you get it. You get it. The Velma show. No, I'm good. I'm good on the Velma show. Like, even I, who enjoys hate watching, even I have to draw the line somewhere. I did that with the show... Well, not necessarily. Does anyone remember that show, The Last Man on Earth, that had, like, the coolest first couple of episodes ever, and then just, like, fell off super hard when there were, like, other characters in the show? Which, to be fair, I don't know, I guess... See, I was interested to see if they were actually going to do a TV show with only one character being the last man on Earth. Well, and then here's the thing, right? Because then they added more characters. In the first two, they added more women. So I'm like, okay, it's a joke because he's the last man on Earth. But then there were other men, and I'm like, what the hell? And then it turned into this really dumb melodrama, like, cringe office kind of comedy thing that, like, I just really did not vibe with, honestly. Okay, so we need to Chalk9 here. It just became a sitcom, exactly. It became a sitcom that was really hard to stomach because, like, the main character was, like, really fucking creepy and weird. Like, the main character wasn't, like, likable at all. Like, after there were other people with him, right? When he was the last man on Earth, like, you felt for him, like, because he would have that scene in the bar where he started, like, breaking down because he was talking to a bunch of, like, you know, mannequins, basically, that he made. But then other people got involved, and then he, like, started getting, like, weird and creepy with the girls, and it's like, I don't care about this character anymore. Okay, so now we Trident and detach Chalk9, pop Ram Ram, and that brings back Chalk9. I'm glad people know what I'm talking about with that show. Well, okay, here's the thing with that show, too. That show had a really frustrating pattern of, like, it would have a bunch of really shitty episodes, and then they would sneak, like, good ones in. Like, I would be, like, on the verge of, like, I'm not watching this show anymore. But then they would throw in an episode where I'm like, oh shit, that was actually really good. Okay, I'll keep going with this. But then it would be right back to the same bullshit later. I don't know. It was, like, the biggest roller coaster ride of a show I've ever seen in my life. Am I just making UDF here? Wait, okay, if I barrage... Oh, I can UDF plus Trident here. Because I can barrage, right? Well, because here's the thing, too. I made it all the way to... Okay, spoiler alert for Last Man on Earth, if you care about this show for some reason. For some reason, that was really mean. But warranted. But I made it to, like, I think it was the second season, where, like, it turns out the main character has, like, a brother who's, like, a cosmonaut, right? And he's essentially, like, a lost cosmonaut because, you know, there was an apocalypse and there's nobody to guide him back into orbit anymore. And he had this really, really sad and compelling storyline where I was like, fuck, I'm super invested in this character who has a lot of depth. And, like, again, I'm really invested in this character. And there was this really dramatic scene where he had to pilot his satellite back into the atmosphere and barely survived it. And then he gets back, rejoins his brother and the colony they're with, and then immediately starts dunking on his brother, like, ah, my brother, he's such a fucking nerd, right? Look at this loser. And I'm like, again, it's this trend the show did of, like, giving a character a really compelling, like, first couple of episodes and then making them just an asshole. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop ranting about this show. Yeah, so if we didn't get Ash Blossom there, we could have set up Trident plus UDF here. Which would have been cool, but it's all good. Okay, Lost World, so it is going to be Dino. I will say it was really funny. One last thing about that show. Hang on. If this card's in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand or face them on the field, including the Earth monster. If you do special summon this card, if you do that, if both destroy monsters were Earth, you can also get your opponent's extra advantage of 3 with different names. I'm gonna negate that. Because I don't want them to pop babies in their hand. It was really, really funny. One really, really funny thing that show did is like, oh, I think what I was describing was the start of Season 3. That's right, because the start of Season 2, they did all this, like, really big hype of, like, Will Ferrell is joining the cast of Last Man on Earth. And they did all these promotional trailers. And then Will Ferrell's character died, no exaggeration, 5 minutes into the first episode. It was really, really funny. I thoroughly enjoyed it. That was a very, very good moment from that show. That's the thing. Again, that show had so many like really good moments. All right, now I'm done ranting about it because I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. All right, I'm gonna Ash Blossom that. But I do think that the yeah, I like the bit of here's a huge celebrity cameo and then they die immediately. That's fun. That's a fun trope. The second Deadpool movie did that joke too. Did I see the second one? I know I saw the first one in theaters. I don't think I saw the second Deadpool. Oh, I don't know if I should have used Thoroughblade here. Yeah, well, no, this is fine. Oh, you know what? I could... This is cute. Alright, I could, like, have UDF and Trident and Zeus. I'm gonna do that. Is this optimal? Probably not. Is it funny? Yep. I didn't need a Borbo here. Whatever. Because I could have battled with this. But I'll make the materials anyway. Okay, so... Alright, so this is going to be a 2-mat Zeus if I put it on now. 3, 4... Okay, yeah, so I'll do it this way. The first Godzilla vs. Monster movie did that time, but it wasn't as known of a joke. That's cool. Always gotta appreciate when comedy is ahead of its time. Try to think of examples now. Arrested Development. That's a classic. That show's comedy was so far ahead of its time. Oh, I can actually... Yeah, because I can do it this way. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I love that show. That show's comedy was super far ahead of its time. That show was like Adult Swim humor, and then the world realized it wanted Adult Swim humor. Does Zeus require an attack to be declared or for the battle to happen? If an Xyz monster battled, so the battle does have to happen. I don't think just declaring an attack is the same as battling. Because I think if that were the case, the effect would be worded if an attack was declared involving an Xyz monster this turn. So I think the battle does have to go through, if I recall correctly. Oh, they did a Space Ghost anniversary stream? Oh, I wish I would have watched that. That's such a good show. I've considered doing Discord watch-alongs, but like, oh, you know what? I can pop not the baby, but the field spell. That's funny. I don't know. I've thought about doing Discord watch-alongs, and I know a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series makes the most sense because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! But like, when I think of doing a Discord watch-along, I kind of just want to watch like some Space Ghost. Or like, what's another show I've thought about? Big O. I'm a huge Big O fan. That's my favorite. That's literally my favorite anime of all time. So I thought about doing it. But it's like, I don't know. Are people really going to be interested in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Server of doing a Discord watch-along of something that's not Yu-Gi-Oh? Maybe they would. Who knows? It's like, I don't know. I could do Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns because I haven't seen that yet. I guess I wouldn't mind watching Arc V again. It's a good show. I like it anyway. Imagine popping the baby. Nah. Nah, I'm not gonna let him do it. I'm not gonna let him do it. It's Sprite Elf. I'm just gonna attach that. As a person hosting the watch-along, isn't it better to know what's ahead? But people also like it when you don't know what... I don't know. I haven't done a Discord watch-along in, like, another server or anything, but I think part of the appeal is also like, oh, you know, I don't know what's happening or what's gonna happen necessarily, so you get to see my reaction. I think that's kind of the appeal, too. I generally agree with you. Like, if I'm gonna watch something with somebody else, I actually prefer to know what's gonna happen, but I think people like... I mean, it's why React videos are so popular, right? You know, people like seeing me go like, whoa, that was a cool moment, or whatever. I understand that. I think that's pretty hype. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really watch reaction videos, but I understand the appeal. It was a second imperm, couldn't handle it. I didn't even need the second imperm. I could have just used UDF. But I wanted to save it in case they had like an in-hand or graveyard effect. Alright, we got Maxi, we got Ash Blossom, we have Unicorn, and a Thoroughblade. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this hand. I also think I'm going to Ash the Perla. You know what though? Here's the thing. Here's the reason to have not done that, is in case it was Monodium. That would have been the reason to wait on Ash Blossoming the Perla Rhino. Arcview was great. I think it only gets the hate from the hate that Pendulum gets in game. I think that could have been part of it. I will say Arcv has a noticeably weaker second half than a first half, but I think the first half of Arcv is the best the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime's been from what I've seen. I've seen up through Arcv. I haven't seen Vrains or any of the Rush shows, but from what I have seen... Wait, they added Rhino Heart, but they normal summoned Supreme Seamare, okay? That's interesting. Yeah, from what I've seen of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, the first half of Arcv is like peak Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Shun versus Sora, Raid Raptors versus Frightfur, episode 33 and 4, I think, are the best. That's the best duel of any Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime ever. Hands down. I don't think it's any contest, honestly. The first third is fine. Okay, yeah, the first third. Synchro Arc, I think Synchro Arc is okay. I think Synchro Arc had a satisfying resolution. I think when they go to the Xyz dimension is where it starts to fall off for me personally. The Synchro Arc did have a bit of a decline though, I will say. I'll give you that. But I think a lot of the Synchro Arc was still pretty satisfying to watch. But yeah, especially the... What was it? What is their city called? Oh, it's called Miami. That's right. Like the Florida city. The Miami City Championship. Like when they did the Battle Royale. When the Obelisk Force invaded. Oh my god. That arc was so good. That's like the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc I've ever seen. It was floored. I was floored by how good it was. No Chaz 0 out of 10. I've actually been thinking about rereading the GX manga, because I haven't read the GX manga since, like, I was in high school. And I remember significantly liking manga Chaz a lot more than anime Chaz. Like, listen, anime Chaz is really fun for being a meme, but manga Chaz is, like, an actual character who's, like, cool and does significant things. Wow, they have everything here, don't they? Billionaire apologism. That is true. That there is a bit of that. More than a bit of that. You know what? I'll grant you that. They do this kind of thing in the Synchro arc that's really cringy, where they're like, no, see, all the rich people had to do was know the poor people's life was shitty, and then they would be nice. And it's like, yeah, that's not how it works. But okay. That's actually very true. I did forget about that. Billionaire apologism. That's exactly what it is to you. That's okay. That's a very good point. Elon came on to buy everyone's best card and still not win. Doesn't that sound like something that would happen? I could see that being an IRL headline. Like, Elon Musk buys best Yu-Gi-Oh deck, goes 0-3 drop at YCS. Oh, now I want to live in a world where that happens. Oh, that's good. Do I want to set Thoroughblade? I mean, I guess I will. Why not? Wasn't there that... Oh, actually, I don't know how many people know this story. In Magic the Gathering, there was somebody... Okay. So in Magic the Gathering, there's this card called Seance, right? And maybe there's somebody out there who just hears me say that and already knows where I'm going with this. There's this card called Seance that's noticeably really, really bad. I don't even remember what the effect is. Let me look it up here. Seance is and this is probably not going to mean anything for people who don't play Magic, and a white enchantment that costs two colorless and 2 white. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may exile target creature from your graveyard. If you do make a token that's copy, except it's a spirit, exile at the beginning. So basically, it's an enchantment that says, you know, or a continuous spell that says, at the beginning of your turn, banish a monster from your graveyard, summon a token with the same stats, and then banish it during the next end phase, right? It's not a good card. It's just not a good card. But there was somebody out there who, like, bought up almost every copy of Seance that was, like, available online. Like, every single store was cleaned out of Seance, right? And Seance, by the way, it was only like a 50-cent card, so it was pretty easy to do. So, after that, some Magic pros started coming out on social media and talking about how they were getting private messages from someone offering them, like, exorbitant amounts of money to play a deck with 4 Seance in it and, like, top a Magic tournament with it. So, although this is... Oh, and then here's the follow-up to that. I understand everything. I have no idea what you said. Yeah, sorry. I know a lot of people probably here aren't familiar with how Magic works, but... So, anyway, long story short, card known to be doo-doo, 50 cents a piece. Somebody buys every copy of it online. Then somebody starts messaging Magic pros saying, hey, I'll pay you to top a tournament with 4 Seance in it. Nobody takes the offer because the card is terrible. Plus that's very illegal. I'm sure probably in Magic, I don't know. Anyway. And then, like, years and years later, somebody sold a collection of, like, 20,000 Seances. So the running theory is that somebody who, like, I don't know, maybe won the lottery or just, like, had an inheritance, came into a significant amount of money, bought up every copy of a garbage card, tried to bribe pro players into topping with the card so they could then flip it for a lot of money, which is absolutely hilarious to me. I think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Again, this is all kind of speculation based on things that happened, but it's funny. It's interesting. I like sounds like it would fall under match fixing. Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like athletes betting on themselves in sports, which 100% happens, by the way. 100% happens. You know, especially, there's that whole thing back in, like, the late 90s of, like, Michael Jordan going to baseball, leaving basketball suddenly, and the whole speculation of the reason he left basketball is because he was caught doing fixed match betting. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is. I'm not making any allegations. It's just what I've heard. Always happens in football and basketball. Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm not much of a sports person myself. And part of the reason, this is a very minor reason to be fair, but, like, I don't know. Sometimes I see, like, people I know getting super invested in games, which is totally fair and valid. But part of me is like, y'all know this is, like, almost assuredly rigged, right? Like, almost assuredly this game is rigged. But anyway. Let's just get Rapier, right? Yeah. Farfar tried to corner the market on War Rocket Mountain. Did a basketball player get banned extremely recently? Did that happen extremely recently? It probably did. The reason if that's true, there's a reason it happened both years and years ago and extremely recently, because again, it happens literally all the time. Literally all the time. Yeah, so then we do the Chakanine. I guess we'll just make a UDF here. I don't know. A UDF isn't a bad card. I guess it's better than Trident, to be fair. No, dude, like, preaching to the choir. You are preaching to the choir. I have family members that, you know, during football games will, like, do the thing where when their team does well, they, like, pound the table as hard as they can and yell at the top of the lungs, and not even at, like, a bar, like, at our fucking house. And I'm just like, can you not? Can you fucking not, please? Jesus. I'm thinking in particular one of my brothers who, like, one time I went to visit my brother a few years ago, right? And I bought my Switch. I brought my Switch with me. Oh, I'm under Maxi. Shit, I forgot about that. Because I was talking. Okay, well, I'll stop here then. It's a bad place to stop, but whatever. I brought my Switch, and not Sun and Moon, Pokemon Sword and Shield had just came out. So I was playing that, like, you know, at my brother's place. We were just chilling, about to go out and eat or something. I missed a catch, and I was like, ah, damn. You know, I kind of said it like that, and my brother did this whole, like, whoa, hey, you don't need to get upset over a video game. And I'm like, come on, dude, just leave me alone. And then, yeah, literally later that day, his team scores, and he's like, you know, boom, 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 whoa, yeah! And I'm just like, I said the same thing to him, like, dude, calm down, it's just a game. But, you know, the irony totally lost on him. He didn't even understand what I was saying, like, or why I was saying it. It's like, alright. Some people just don't care or notice, but anyway. Did he use one of those betting apps? I don't know. I'm not getting into that. Whatever he does is his own business in that regard. Alright, so they're gonna... Alright, we gave them a lot of draws, because I totally didn't even see them Maxi. I'm not gonna lie, I was, like, too busy caught up in the conversation. Yeah, my dad. So you know. Yeah, that was the kind of household I mean, and again, it's like... I say that's the kind of household I grew up in, not to be like, oh, it was so, like... You know, it wasn't unbearably awful or anything. It was just annoying. But it was annoying. I think the double standard annoyed me more than anything. How, like, it was seen as foolish for me to care about video games, but, you know, I come from, like, a very enfranchised sports family, and it's like, I don't know, I'm like, can you not see how they can be similar? But, okay, sure, whatever. It was in draw phase, yeah. It's just lab, what can they do with cards? They definitely can't, like, Aria set and then activate Welcome. But yeah, I thought about this because, yeah, you said this earlier, Skippy Goober. If anyone out there is thinking of doing, like, pretty much any amount of sports betting, don't sports bet. It's like, there's so many better things you could do with that money. Don't bet on sports. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. It's never a good idea. I guess I'll do this now. Just pop there, lovely. Yeah, we'll do it now. Space Ghost stream is still happening. Ooh, I think I might know what the rest of my night looks like then. A little bit of editing, some videos, put on some Space Ghosts in the background. Sounds like a good time to me. Betting for money in general is just bad vibes. Yeah, I mean, especially, like, if you do it regularly. Like, it's one thing to, like, you know, go on vacation to Vegas, like, because I've gone to Vegas a couple of times for vacation, and the way that I do it, and the way you should do it, is like, you know, I set aside a certain amount of money, and I'm like, okay, this is vacation money. Like, if I come back with none of it, it's fine because I'm on vacation. And that's what I gamble with. I don't do it to make money. I do it to just have fun, you know? But if you're gambling, you should consider that money lost on investment, honestly. Is the safest way to do it. Like, just assume you're gonna lose that money, and if you happen to win more, that's great, you know? That's fine. But then if you lose it, you plan, which will very likely happen, you planned for it, and you won't get screwed over later. Yeah, casino on vacation is like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like anything, you know, it's not a party if you do it every night. Which I think is a, oh, what band is that a reference to? Not Death Cab for Cutie, but the other band that Benjamin Gibbard sang in. Why can't I think of what it's called? Postal Service. That's a Postal Service reference. If it's a party, if you do it every night, it's not a party anymore. We play Master Duel, we're all gamblers. This is true. This is true. But unlike the TCG, we don't get or gambling, we don't get financially ruined. Alright. Max C again during the draw phase. That's brutal. What if I sport on bets? Ooh. I mean, that's a different story. Alright, I'm just gonna chain Max C here. What else? Oh god, they maxed me too. It's a draw phase, so I don't even get to triple attack. Ugh. God. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Let's see what they summon and what I draw first. See, this is the kind of deck where I could see one Feather Duster like not being. Oh, that's actually not bad. Not being like terrible. Maybe not in this meta though with Snake Eye. Rivalry. Okay, that's not good. Stunting on debts. Gamble implies there's a reward to all of this. True, true. I love that meme, yeah. Of the 99, the people digging for diamonds. I remember seeing that meme like years and years ago when I was younger, and there was like a part of me that was like, oh, that kind of makes sense, and then it's like, no, no. That's gambler's fallacy. It's literally gambler's fallacy. I miss when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a turn-based game. I mean, there are a lot of other TCGs that capture that kind of feeling. If you like old Yu-Gi-Oh!, you would like Magic the Gathering, honestly. In terms of pacing, Magic the Gathering is like very comparable to old Yu-Gi-Oh! I like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. I really, really like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I really like the... Well, I don't like this part of it. But, you know, whatever. Am I going to concede here? Oh, they have Rivalry up. Yeah, I'm going to concede here. I like the aspect of, like... You know, here's what I like to liken it to. It's like an Undertale. When Sans... Like, you fight Sans, and he does his big attack, and he's like... I don't understand why everyone just doesn't do their best move right away. That's like the epitome of Yu-Gi-Oh! To me. It's like, we all just do our big Sans Undertale combos right away and just see what is left over at the end of it. Like, who's still fucking standing. I think it's great. I love it. Still enjoy parts of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I mean, like anything else, it's nuanced, right? There are a lot of things I do like about classic Yu-Gi-Oh! That I kind of miss, because... I don't know how many people know this. Ooh, hang on. We have Shifter and Rapier. This is so awkward. We keep opening Shifter plus Rapier. What do I value more? Well, okay, with this hand, I think I definitely value Shiftering more. So I'm going to summon Rapier, not activate, go into Drident. And I think I might just pass after that. That sounds really weird, but I think that's right with this hand. Because I already have 2 Impermanent Ash Blossom. Like, do I really need UDF? I think the Shifter... Banishing will be more impactful than UDF plus all this stuff, right? Although, to be fair... Wait. No, yeah, no, that's fine. This is actually really tricky. There's very much arguments to both, but I think I'm going to keep my shifter up, which means I'm actually not activating this Rapier. That probably looks insane to a lot of people, and it might not even be right, but it's the play I'm making here. Again, if I had fewer hand traps, or if I didn't have shifter, I would definitely just go for a UDF off the Rapier if I only opened that, but I think shifter is high enough impact against a lot of the meta right now that this is worth it. Oh, 100% of people die before reaching immortality. Whenever I hear the word immortality, I think of the Lord Slug Dragon Ball movie. No, well, God, I always mix the abridged version and the real version up. It's the abridged version where at the end, as he's dying, because Lord Slug notably got a wish, and he wished for his youth back. Because he was an old person, right? So then at the end of the movie when he's dying, he's like, "Why didn't I wish for immortality?" It's good, it's good. Okay, Valance field spell. Valance again. I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna hedge and pop this. I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna do it. If I didn't have so many disruption, I wouldn't be using this. So, oh, but I didn't shifter. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. It's the whole reason why I did this play, and I didn't even shifter. Oh. This is why I did not stream my Challenger Cup runs. Granted, I wouldn't be talking this much during a tournament game, but... fuck it, whatever. I'll just Ash Blossom. Decks I can play on turn 0 shouldn't exist. I don't know about that. I think it's interesting. I do like the notion of our turn. I think it's cool. Oh, I definitely should have shifted. Look at this. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like what old Yu-Gi-Oh! Was just sped up a lot, right? Like, you're just doing more, not even necessarily in how long the duels take, because duels are about the same amount of time, you just do more actions. Okay, summoning Magician Souls. Oh, okay, it's one of these. It's one of these. It's one of these. I see. I see your game, opponent. Good of them to lead with the Valance field spell. They baited me pretty hard with that. If I hadn't played against Valance earlier this stream, I might have actually considered not doing it. But I just assumed we were against another Valance deck. Slug's mistake was not realizing the Dragon Balls were in the backyard of the person who can stop. That's like every Dragon Ball villain's mistake. It's like in the, again, this is the abridged version, but it's like in the Garlic Jr. movie, right? When they kidnap Gohan to get the Dragon Ball on his hat. And Garlic Jr.'s like, "Oh shit, this is Goku's kid. How did you guys kidnap Goku's kid?" And one of his henchmen is like, "Well, first we started by beating up his wife." It's like, oh my god, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's good. Another upstart. Yeah, it's full Endymion here. Want a deck that's only plays on the opponent's turn, like they activate cards on my turn, but the opponent's turn. That's kind of what Goaty is. What are other decks that are like that? I'm trying to think. Goaty is the big one that comes to mind. Tenpai plays like combos during the battle phase, which I think is kind of cool as a concept. Generators, Metaphys, that's cool. DBZA? DBZA is good. I like DBZA. Shifter last turn would have cooked. Yeah, I know. I just missed it. Well, because I was going to shift it during their turn, but I just got to talking. I just got to yapping. Straight up yapping. Okay, they have a pen to scale. Oh my god, they have multiple cards in the extra. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Well, no, they could summon. Oh, no, this is level 8. Right. Runic, but fuck Runic. I like Runic. I think Runic's neat. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna imperm that. No spell counters for you. No counters for you. One thing I really like about Runic is how many archetypes it enabled. Like, how many decks it made good. There are so many cool decks that got better because of Runic. And the cool thing about Runic, too, that is also true of Sprite and Tri-Brigade, why I like all these decks a lot, is that... oh yeah, we're just gonna lose here. Is that Runic boosts other archetypes. It lifts them up and makes them better without stealing their identity. Look at For Hire Runic. For Hire Runic is such a cool deck that ends on all the For Hire stuff, and without the help of the Runic cards, For Hire would not be meta relevant. But because Runic exists, it is. Runic Sprite is a cool deck. Naturia sees play because of Runic. There's even entirely new archetypes like Runic Bestial, Runic Branded, and Synchro stuff. So I think that's really cool about Runic. I think Runic Stun kind of gives the whole archetype a bit of a bad name, but I think, and a lot of people say this is a hot take, but I don't think it is at all. I think if you value a diverse meta and you think a lot of decks being viable is healthy and good, then Runic is 100% healthy for the game. Set 5 pass, huh? Okay. How did I forget Runic Bestial? My list, it literally has it in the name. That's good. Speaking of stun, it could be stun, it could be lab, it could be paleo. Oh, I should look to see how many cards they were on, yeah. If I had noticed they were on 60 cards, then yeah, you could immediately identify this as paleo. Alright. Oh, I should have a Baron in my extra deck, shouldn't I? Or a Baron de Fleur. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna summon Ram here. Alright, just give me priority back. Don't activate anything, just pass priority back over to me, please. Give it to me, damn it, okay. Wow, they have 2 of those? Damn. It's Joshua! Run! I've actually played against 60-card Paleo quite a few times recently. Joshua has perfect information. And before Joshua is stream sniping me. No. I don't think he would. I know he would. What am I talking about? I don't think he would. He doesn't need to. He does not need a stream snipe to beat me. Have I ever? No, I've never played against Joshua Schmidt. I've played against a couple of people with the world's cosmetics. Like, I played against Quantal Think in an MCS once. I feel like I played against one other person with world stuff too, but I don't remember. It's 2 AM over there? Ah, yeah, that's true. Trap tunalizing tune. It'd be cool to play against Joshua Schmidt in a tournament. That'd be fun. Or just in general, but... Oh, we're summoning Paleo monsters. What the fuck does this do? This card is unaffected by other monsters' effects. Okay, so I'm not going to Mourner it. Activate Paleo traps from your hand. Trap cards and material detached. Add a trap card. Wait, unaffected by other monsters' effects. Oh, but I can still... Yeah, it'll just be unaffected, yep. I made a set 5 full combo joke, but for Paleos it literally is. That's good. Oh yeah, because they can activate it from hand while that's on the field. Wait, it's not even like once per turn they can just activate Paleo traps from hand? That's wild. That's really good. Opabedia, my beloved. I think the paleo cards are cool in terms of aesthetic. I like the like, yeah, just the old like Cambrian, that's the name of the period. Cambrian period, like animals and stuff. There's a really good YouTube channel called, oh my god, they're playing this card. There's a really good YouTube channel called Budget Museum. If you're interested in like prehistory, like dinosaurs or stuff at all, I highly, highly recommend them. They're very, very good YouTube channel. They have a YouTube video all about the first life forms, like, ever on Earth. And a lot of it is some Paleozoic looking ass shit. It's cool. I like it. I think they're cool animals. This could be a long game. It's looking like it probably will be. We'll see. I'm curious to watch this deck combo off. Going for the Reckless Greed to draw a couple of cards. Unaffected by monster effects, also banisher. They all do that, right? That's wild. Unaffected by monster effects. 3 bodies is the paleo boss monster? I don't even know what the fuck. Okay, I guess we're about to find out. Unaffected by other monster effects. Once if a trap card is sent, I can nib them. Oh, unaffected. Ah, unaffected though. Trap card is sent from the spell trap zone to the graveyard. Can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is a trap card, add it to your hand. Wait, hold on a second, though. Hold on. If I summon Nib, I don't think they'll even get a token, right? Because nothing's going to the yard. So this is just like summon Nib from hand. Oh, I didn't get to summon it because I didn't tribute anything. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nothing happens, yeah. I forgot the summon was part of the end if you do. It's an end if you do then. Not summon and if you do make the token. It's tribute and if you do summon then make the token. Got it. This one's a UR, but yeah, this is a fairly budget deck overall. I mean, I don't think any of the paleo cards are UR, are they? We can look at their deck after this. This will probably be our last duel for the stream, but I want to look at their list after this. It's budget if you skip Tantalizing. You can skip Tantalizing, yeah. This is pretty much like a consistency card, right? I'm going to turn this off because they're immune to it anyway. Hang on, where is it? Score to level 4, or a plant monster, or 1 normal trap, draw 2 cards, banish this card from your graveyard. What is this? Oh, Fiend Griefing. Turn a monster in your opponent's graveyard. Shuffle into the deck if you do so. Yeah. Oh, Transaction Rollback. That's another UR. That's a generally good card to have, though. If you play Lab Andors here, I think it's worth crafting. I actually don't have any Transaction Rollbacks, because I don't know. That's pretty much all I'm missing for Lab nowadays is Transaction Rollbacks, but I don't really like playing Lab or Branded. It's the Link 2, Tune, Time-Turning Morganite. Okay, Snow and Rollback. Elemental Burst. I have actually seen that in lists like this before, the Elemental Burst. Durama Cannon, that too, yeah. The Paleo Link is UR. Oh, hey, look! I know this one. Is the Paleo Link good? Ooh, excuse me. I don't know what it does. Maybe they have it. Maybe we'll look at it after this. In their list. We shall see. They have a link? I know, I'm finding out too. Alright. Sure. I'll summon Thoroughblade. Thoroughblade F. Unaffected by monster effects. Zeus doesn't even wipe them. That's wild. They all have that effect. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Apuria. Apuria. I remember this card being played in the anime. I actually liked Gansley's deck when I was a kid. I thought it was really cool that all his cards did like kind of weird things and they were like weird lizards and stuff. I like reptiles. And then he had like the big rainbow snake or whatever. No, the snake wasn't rainbow. You used a rainbow bridge to be the snake. That's right. I remember. It is an anime card. This is from when they got into the cyber world, the filler arc. Yugi. This was the first duel of that arc. Yugi dueled against Gansley, and Gansley summoned this. There's also there's an alternate like version of Apuria that has like a similar name. That's also a small lizard that does the opposite. It makes your opponent skip their next draw phase instead of drawing you a card. He used that one too, I remember. Can you battle over it? I mean, I could just Borbo. Oops. I like turtles. I like turtles too. Turtles are good. One of my old roommates used to have a pet turtle. Or I guess I don't know if he still has it or not, but he had a turtle named Tim. We set up a kiddie pool in the basement, and that's where Tim lived. I can only battle this? Okay. I'm gonna surrender. Yeah, because of the rise to full height, I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it. Ah, we got demoted. Ah, well. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about reaching Master 1, honestly. I haven't gone for Master 1 in a few seasons, because, like, it just makes content creation harder, because everyone just concedes in Master 1. But... Oh, yeah, we gotta see the deck list. Yeah, I was gonna look at that. Let me see. Okay, 3 Backjack, 1 Apuria, 3 Reasoning, Grass, Tantalizing Tune, 3 Wabaku, Needle Ceilings, 3 Reckless Greed, 2 Accumulated Fortune, only 2 Needlebug decks, I guess you don't need that many. Fiend Griefing to send the Backjack, makes sense. Ferret Flames, this card is really good. Paleozoic, Rise to Full Height, Lost Wind, Trap Trick, Ice Dragon's Prison, Cannon, and Rollback. Oh, they do have the Paleozoic link. This is UR. What does this do? 1200 attack, 2 Paleozoic monsters, unaffected by other monsters' effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Paleozoic. I thought it said Cambro Roaster. Cambro Raster, once per turn. Target set card in the spell trap zone, send to the graveyard. If you do set a Paleozoic trap card directly from your deck, it can be activated this turn. Wow, that's really good. If set card you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard instead. That's neat. That's not bad. Skipped Morganite, which seems like a good idea. Yeah, it knows we don't have Morganite, but... Got a little sprite line here. Got the Mosquito. I see you, Shadow Mosquito. That's good. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I think just call it here. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Who is online? I see MBT. Let's raid MBT. MBT was actually part of the, God, I just immediately see a Twitter picture with fruit in it. MBT was part of the testing group I was in for the Challenger Cup. So, had a lot of good times testing with him and everyone else. Let's go say hi to the resident white man. All right. Take care, everyone. I hope you all have a good night. Bye.